we're gonna immediately jump into this. Like I said, Emiru put out an entire hour and a half long video. Asman here talks. It looks like he watches it almost in full. Maybe we're not gonna try and watch it in full ourselves, but I at least want to get kind of the gist of what's been happening. And like I said, I've got a couple other videos that we'll check in and kind of see how things are going. But yeah, here's Emiru talking about her not so great past with Mizkif. Um, like I said, the timing of this is weird because I believe they haven't been separated for more than a year, so all very interesting. Here we go.
Today, I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I've attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my best to keep this to myself, but like I said, I feel like it's gone to the point, which I'll explain later, that I feel like it just has to be done. And I have always believed in not condemning people or starting drama online. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be asking, why am I doing this and why now? And I would like to explain that before I get started so that people understand.
Okay, well that's exactly what my
prompted me
question.
to do this today.
This part I didn't exactly
just
hear.
on a whim or something like that. Okay, so like I said, I took a lot of notes, so forgive me if I just end up reading off my notes.
So before we get into it, my first thought was maybe because of the events happening from TwitchCon. For some reason, maybe she had a bunch of people that were jumping onto her about some of the stuff and blaming her for some of those events, and uh, and maybe pressure wise or anxiety wise, it could just be a breaking point where it's like, well, shoot, if you guys are gonna come after me, I might as well just go after, let everything out. But she'll explain it here. This is one part. This is probably the only part I didn't hear quite.
The first and probably most severe reason is that one of the rules that I set for myself a long time ago about withholding this information was that if I ever felt like somebody else was in danger or being hurt, I would then make myself speak about it. And 2 weeks ago, actually 3 weeks ago now, I was informed by 3 separate people, one of whom was present for said incident, that he had done something similar to something that he had done to me, and someone in LA at the end of September. And this person is not a streamer or content creator, but obviously that does not matter. And because of this, I cannot in good conscience sit here knowing that I know critical information about someone that almost no one else does and not say anything. I think that most issues and dramas should stay private and off the internet, and I still hold that belief to this day, and I will hold that belief going forward. However, there are certain things that cross the line, and I say that the line has been crossed too many times to be count.
A lot.
There's a point where I believe that people deserve to know. I think that at a certain point...
Okay, so she brought it up, but apparently, okay, so I guess the timing, it just happened to happen after, or her release of this video just happens to be after the TwitchCon stuff, but it sounds like possibly the current person he's dating, I guess, maybe is going through similar things that her and Maya were having to deal with, so, okay, that at least is understandable.
If you know a lot of things about someone, and you don't say anything to look out for others, it's wrong. It's wrong to keep it to yourself. I don't want what happened to me, or what has happened to other people because of him, to happen to other people. And I don't believe he will ever stop behaving the way he does. But regardless, yeah, like I said, one of the main reasons I decided to do this stream is to come out about all of this, because I can't hold on to it any longer, because it feels wrong to do so. And an honorable mention reason for why I'm doing this is that for a while, he has been indirectly threatening me through my friends and people that I work with. They've informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did, he would try to create a smear campaign against me in retaliation. I was told that he even approached other streamers who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused. At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees, threatening them and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me. Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals, and that I killed my own rabbits, since I had several of my rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him. I'm sure he's probably listening now, and it's probably going to come as quite a shock to him.
I don't quite understand that avenue of attacking her. I could be wrong. I mean, not to immediately Honestly, not to defend her, but like, don't rabbits have a very short lifespan in general? Rabbits' lifespans. I thought they only live for. Average lifespan 7 to 10 years. Okay, so, alright, I'm wrong. Get out of here, ChazmaN. You don't know what you're talking about. I mean, okay. Still, I do think, I guess maybe to defend myself now, I did hear that rabbits apparently are extremely anxiety ridden, and stuff like loud noises of the sort can cause them to perish, or like I said, they can get extremely. Um, they're just they're very weak when they're like super anxious. So you could argue maybe that the her being stressed or having so much anxiety of having to deal with abuse and of the sort, maybe that's something that the rabbits were feeding off of. I don't know. Veronica says, "Ain't it 6 years?" Wow, I'm off too. I thought it was 2 years, says Skylar. I don't. I saw 6 to 10 years typically, depending. I guess pygmy bunnies, which are really small ones, I guess that's 3 to 5 years, and then a normal rabbit is like 6 to 10. So I don't know. What do I know? I'm not the bunny expert.
That this information made its way back to me and that I've known for months. But if you try to threaten me to stay quiet, especially using my poor dead animals, I'm not going to stay quiet.
It's nuts.
Okay. So now that I've explained all the reasons why this took so long and why I made the decision to do this stream, I have a few more things I would like to get out of the way before
Why do you want to
I start talking about all of this.
It's not about me.
The way that I'm going to do this today is I'm going to run through everything from the beginning to the end to try to get across the story as accurately and fully as I can. And, hold on. Hold on.
Wrong one.
I'm also
Oh.
going to be showing a few screenshots validating what I'm saying. I have more things, but this is what I felt comfortable using today. And, I will be running through those later.
Receipts, of course.
Another thing that I'd like to mention before I start is that during my statement, I'm going to be mentioning directly the names of about half a dozen other creators who were present for certain things. And I want to say that none of these people did anything wrong. I'm just saying that they were there, and I've asked all of them permission. They all said that it was fine to include their names, but I know this won't stop everyone, but I ask people, for the streamers that I mentioned, please don't go bothering them or asking them for more information. If there's something else that they want to say, they'll say it themselves, so there's no point to go pester them and bother them about it. There are also streamers who gave me permission to share things that they relayed to me privately, but asked me to redact their names, which I, of course, did. And the last thing that I want to make clear is that not every person that I interact with or that I'm friends with knew the extent of all of these things, and in fact, most of them didn't. And some of them didn't even know anything at all. I tried to keep things private with my close friends. But if anyone during the past year ever approached me asking questions, I didn't lie and I told them the truth. But, yeah, I don't want there to be some kind of witch hunt like, oh, you know, you knew and this, no, a lot of people, you know, didn't know everything or didn't know anything. Okay. I think that's,
I'll talk about my...
all that I have to get out of the way.
In the context of, like, things that she says.
Yeah, I feel like it's a pretty fair and professional way to kind of introduce everything. At least talking about how like everyone who she's kind of, I don't want to say roping in, it sounds bad, but everyone she's going to be introducing to at least serve as like a form of proof that like some things were happening and somebody like these things were observed. I at least feel like it's pretty equitable that like she's talked to all of them and has been like, hey, you know, do you mind me doing this? Some of them sounded like possibly saying, would like to remain a little anonymous, which, you know, that's up to them. But, I don't know. I feel like it's pretty equitable to at least reach out and be like, hey, do you mind? Which it sounds like most of them were okay with it.
After, but not right now.
So, this is public information. I initially moved in. Sorry, I'm still sick, like I said.
Very respectful of her, says Veronica. No, I agree.
All public, obviously, this part. I moved in with him, I believe it was the end of 2021, because, he offered, I was, living alone at the time, and I was having stalker issues in Kansas, and I mean, you guys know like all the stuff that happened there. I ended up joining the org and everything. We did a lot of streams together, and I mean, a lot of people already know this, but I'm just gonna come out and say it. We started dating. We were in a relationship starting January 2022. After I joined OTK. I'm not planning to go into too much detail about the start of the relationship.
So, as I guess just a little bit of background, from what I understand, OTK, I think Mizkif and his group of friends or some sort of org around him, I think they had some sort of, I think what they typically call it is like a content house, where like you have a bunch of people who make content all live in one big house and focus on making content all day. I think it's primarily like a big streamer thing. So apparently she's saying because she was having issues with a stalker, I think she'll mention it, but Miskif reached out to her so that she would go come in and move in with him to get away from the stalker or to get away from Kansas and join this OTK content house, which if you don't know, content houses have been a thing for a while. I know that I think the FaZe clan as of right now have like a content house or something like that happening. Prior to that, oh, what was the big first one? It was was it the Dobrik clan? Those guys? I thought Dobrik and those guys had a content house, but I don't remember. I don't know. My memory's leaving me. It's been a while since some of those sagas, but we'll go ahead and let her continue.
Because it honestly doesn't really matter at this point. It's irrelevant now. The only things that really matter that you guys need to know for the story are that it was, one, an extremely private relationship. It was even hidden from friends and people in the org, but I mean, obviously people all eventually figured out they're not fucking stupid. And second, it was an extremely codependent relationship, which it's not the issue, but
Team 10 or something like that. That was when it was Jake Paul and some other people, said Skylar Twilight. Ain't it like the Ben 10 with Jake Paul? Ben 10, Team 10. I think it's Team 10 sounds familiar. Who was involved in Team 10? Because now I'm curious. Team 10 Content House. Let's see who was all involved. Okay, so it's definitely Team 10. Created by Jake Paul. Who was in it, though? Hype House? The heck? Oh, it says Chase Hudson? Is that...
We always
why
entertain...
did I get away from that? It says Chase Hudson? I've heard of Chase Hudson. Is he the one that kind of started that whole hype house, I guess is another one. Unless that is Team 10. I don't know. I don't really care. I shouldn't be digging too... Just funny. Let's see. Yeah, something like that. Ben 10, said Veronica. I like that. There should be a Ben 10 content house. That sounds like a great idea. Maybe I should do it.
Details. He initially portrayed himself.
I'm sure I'd get a bajillion people to join my Ben 10 content house.
Feel safe from stalkers, and wanted me to succeed as a teammate. And we grew very close over time. And I was very dependent on him for feelings of safety, social life, like my stream, my job, everything. So yeah, besides it being a very codependent relationship, the start of it was fine. I saw a lot of people mentioning this. They thought this was what I was going to talk about.
I don't remember any of the members other than it being it's everyday bro.
A lot of people.
I remember it's everyday bro.
Over what I wore, to a degree, who I was friends with, and even when I would stream.
Yep.
So when it was definitely slow over time that bad things started happening. At the start, it would be things like, for example, he would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruise very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time he hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye. But he always, was like, "Oh, it's an accident," and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's an accident." Like, of course I'm not gonna think that, he's. Yeah, I just.
This is the beginning, by the way.
So right off the bat, in my opinion, it's pretty psycho stuff, right? Just, I mean, but later on we'll get to his video, but he ended up doing a video as well, and he made it sound so nonchalant that, but he did it. He didn't. He admitted basically that he was doing stuff like this with her, but he says it. He made it sound as though it was so nonchalant. He's just like, I wasn't paying attention. I just take my phone and throw it on the couch, and I'm like, sure, buddy, sure, I believe you, but it's like, who just throws bottles of water and phones in places that they don't look and see if there's anybody there, especially when you live with people? Very just downright uh annoying in my opinion. I don't know. Super immature.
At the time, I just kind of,
Guy's a
I
nutcase
just
to
brushed it
Skylar,
off,
yeah.
and looking back now, I feel like that was kind of the start of him testing my boundaries, if that makes sense. Um, so that was already kind of starting to show signs within the first 6 months of me and him being close, and then again, a very public situation. The end of 2022, the cover-up allegations happened.
And Amin says, Veronica, yeah, he's.
Well,
Well, what I meant was that when you watch that video, he's so nonchalant about it. He makes it seem as though it was just something normal and something that he's just like, oh, he's just not paying attention to what he's doing. He's being, not mean, but neglectful, I guess, in a way. And it's like, the way she put it was exactly right. He was like testing her bounds. He's like, well, if she's not going to freak out when I'm, just messing around and just tossing my phone somewhere and hit her in the eye, if she's not going to freak out with that, then that obviously, yeah, he's testing the boundaries, and he's like, well, if I can get away with that, then she'll be willing to put up with just about anything. To me, it's like blatantly obvious that's what he's doing. He's just, I don't know, kind of pushing her a little
like I
bit.
said, all that's public. You can find all that, see like what I said during that, everything. After that happened, his behavior started getting a lot worse, which, I mean, I suppose it makes sense. He was very stressed. A lot of stuff was happening, but the bad behavior was ramping up, and I feel like it's so apparent if you go back and watch anything from that time. I tried so hard to help him and be there for him because I really believed in him, and I wanted him to, get better and get back on his feet. And
I hate to say it, she's being entirely too nice, because she's saying, oh, well, I was trying to help him out. He was incredibly stressed at the time. What we'll get into is this: the further you watch, especially when you start getting over to his perspective, was like stressing himself out over things that are his fault. Which, that's the thing that, like, like, that maybe it's just because, again, she's being too nice, she's being very fair, but like, that's the kind of thing that, like, to me is super obvious, is that, like, he's entirely stressed out, but it's because of small things that he's letting himself get stressed out. Like, one of the big things he later admits is that, like, he had a hyperfixation and, like, a total obsession with numbers and views on his videos, and they would do dual streams when they were living together at the content house, and then there would be times when he'd be looking at the view count of how many views she has and he has, and she would be like dwarfing him, and that would infuriate him and stress him out. And it's like, buddy, like, I think that's the kind of stress she's talking about, is that's he's under the stress of, like, being a content creator in general and being a streamer, and it's like, that kind of stuff is stress. Like, they're making plenty of money. Like, money shouldn't have been the issue. The stresses for them are things that, like, he's bringing on to himself. So that's where I mean she's being too nice. She's like, well, he's stressed out because he's, it's like, well, yeah, that's on him to figure out,
be the person that
and not let himself get stressed out over.
I always believed that he was. But that unfortunately did not really happen.
It's like a cigarette smoker. If you ever been around hardcore cigarette smokers, I always say this: cigarette smokers will literally cause themselves to get stressed. They will literally bring their own anxiety levels up so that it gives them a reason to have to run outside and smoke. It's like a self uh fulfilling prophecy, I guess. Man, I don't know if that fits, but like I said, it's just they're just like, oh, I can't deal with this right now. I gotta get outside. I gotta smoke. You know what I mean? It's like a self created issue so that they can go. I mean, I guess maybe you know, I'm something I've been dealing with, but and there's some cases where I may have done that where I'm like, my issues have always been food, but like, I could admit for me there might have been times where I'm like, oh gosh, you know, I've been so good this week. I deserve to go to Burger King or something. You know what I mean? Um, so maybe there's a form of like obsession or I don't want to say addiction, but like definitely some sort of hyperfixation or obsession kind of going on with
Happened
him.
for a long time. I think about a year and a half from when that all happened. It was kind of like slow, slow things getting worse. But I mean, honestly, I'm not even gonna bother going into the details of all of that because there's just too much to cover, and
Yeah.
it's honestly kind of not really relevant to the rest of what I'm saying because the rest of what I want to say is a lot worse.
24-hour stream.
There was a point where things really took a turn for the worst. Like it felt like, you know, like a very delicate branch just kind of snapped. So, and again, a lot of people are like vaguely aware of this, but I'll explain it for people who aren't, you know, chronically tapped into all that stuff. So for a long time,
This is after my
after
after mine.
the like cover-up allegations happened, and he was like starting to kind of struggle on his stream.
Yeah.
He never wanted to stream at the same time as me. Like we really avoided it, and to me at the time it made sense because you know I was like, well, of course, like you know we share a lot of community members. If
Seems
we're live
reasonable.
at separate times, we're both gonna perform better. You know, it makes
Yeah.
sense. But yeah, we were not really live doing the same thing at the same time for a long time, with the exception of like things like events or sponsors or like you know just special things. For a very long time, and a lot of you guys probably noticed that I would only usually stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. That was because of him. And now I stream whenever I want. But the first time that we ever streamed at the same time was for the 2024 Rust Kingdoms event on
Jesus
Twitch.
Christ.
We were sharing drops.
This is so ridiculous.
It was the first time in a very long time that we were both going to be live at the same time doing the same thing.
People even saw
They're
this.
probably like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? But it'll make sense in a bit. So I'm live.
Sharing drops.
He's
Drops for
live.
the
We're
Rust
both
event.
Streaming, and like I said, you can go find all of this. This is public.
It's
There are
online,
clips
yeah.
of this. We're both streaming the Rust event, and I thought it was going really well. I thought everyone was having fun. I was like, oh, this is great. Everyone's, you know, doing the
Okay,
same.
so this is about the point where I wish I would have just brought up the H3 video. So this, I think I'm gonna break off of this. So give me one sec, because the H3, this is why I like seeing their reactions because they go into far more detail and they actually show the clips of what is happening, and I feel like this would be. Hold on, let me set it up. I'll get to it quick. Because in the H3, they actually showed the clips of what she's talking about with the Rust event. Let me see, when was all this? When was it?
I love that.
QT, Vanilla Mace, Dan Clancy. Emiru exposes Mizkif. Okay, so I think I'm going to switch over if you guys don't mind. Because, like I said, I feel like the H3, they just did... Like, ChazmaN is literally just reacting to the entire video, whereas H3 actually, like, showed all the clips and stuff that of the things that while they're talking about it. And I feel like that would be a bit helpful to have.
She now has to get into this huge fucking thing with Mizkif, her ex, Yeah, it's sad that the Twitch incident was like the catalyst for her coming out about all of this. After having already dealt with that situation
All good, take your time. I think I'm ready.
was tough enough.
Let me just see.
Non-stop, relentless.
And also, she said that Mizkif told someone on her team at TwitchCon that she better not say anything about him or he'll ruin her, pretty much. Which he, spoiler,
He tries to.
he confirms in his video, basically. Yeah.
Well, something happened with Mizkif where he was like exonerated, or he was doing like a victory lap.
Yeah.
Like he was like, "Hey guys, just so you know,
Okay,
I'm
so
innocent, and I
we'll
hope you guys can watch my stream and forgive me,"
restart
and all
from
this
their
types of stuff.
part.
And then I think that probably motivated her.
Actually, let me just watch the
Yeah, it seems
clips.
like it.
for-
That has something to do with it.
or they're getting ready to start one right now.
Um,
Yeah, like I said,
Today,
they
I'm
actually
finally
show.
opening
We
up
desire more
about
context, says Veronica.
the psycholo-
Well, that's good. Like I said, H3, at least with here, they actually show like the rust part and everything. So we'll at least get to see that. I feel like that's
domestic
kind of
abuse,
important to
stalking
see.
and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done
Just so you
towards
guys
me,
can kind of see
and
how
some of
bad
these issues, which are still
some of the
ongoing.
things were.
For the entirety of
wrong
this
button.
year, I've attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue, and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my.
So that's kind of a prelude to what we can expect here. Here she talks about how Mizkif used to throw shit at her, gave her a black eye to that extent that she was bruised and fucked up.
He would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye. But he always, you know, was like, oh, it's an accident. And I was like, oh yeah.
There's all these clips surfacing corroborating this now. And him with his previous girlfriend too, just throwing shit at her, like having meltdowns, and it seems like throwing it at them with the intention to hurt them because it's way too hard. Here he is saying he will kill himself because she's getting more views than him. One of the craziest reoccurring themes with the Mizkif is just the absolute shallow vanity obsession with fucking numbers and people being bigger than him, and it's so bananas that people like this exist.
Me. He's saying like.
But yeah, they'll talk about it. But one crazy thing that's even like I even noticed when I would watch Mizkif a little bit. I was never huge into Mizkif, but I watched him every periodically. And I did notice that like he was very kind of self-deprecating. He would like joke about himself, make fun of himself, and say things that make him look bad, which I always thought, you know, like, oh, that's a very personal, relatable personality quirk, you know, that he has, where he like, you know, he'd be like make fun of himself, or he'd say things that are, like I said, detrimental. But like you'll see as we start getting into it, it's like, no, this guy really has like some personality issues, to where the point where, because again, people would always like say things and they would think like he knows he's the butt of the joke, or he would say things and it's like oh, he's kidding. But it's like, no, this guy really like has fascinations of like killing himself, and she'll mention it, or taking his girlfriend out with him doing something crazy, and like he literally takes all of the things at heart that he's saying. And it's like, I don't know if I've ever seen this with a content creator where like they can be such the butt of the joke because the entire, you know, like I was in on it and I'm like, haha, that's funny, you know. I make jokes like that where like I'll call myself fat or call myself dumb or something, but it's like it's all fun, it's all funny, you know, to me. And like to him, I think he made it seem as though he was in on the joke, maybe just because he knew it made him look cool or look like a better content creator. But like, no, at heart, I think he kind of believed most of it. And like when he would talk about offing himself or KYSing himself, it was like more believable than not.
Me, you know, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna KMS. I waited so long for this, etc. And basically he was upset because I had higher viewership than him. That's literally it. I had higher viewership than him, and like I said.
I feel like these clips are too short.
Yeah. Maybe we should watch.
Because I've seen the whole in its entirety. It's a lot worse.
The whole video is an hour and a half.
I watched like the first part, and I feel like it had everything in it.
The first part was all about TwitchCon.
Or hold on, because the whole.
So I mean, you guys can probably tell, but today's not going to be a normal.
Dan, is there a way to do this? Because it's driving me crazy.
Yeah, H3 kind of annoying here.
Whenever
And I would go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away from him. And he would be banging on the door and screaming at me. And at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour. And like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die. Like threatening to kill both of us.
Jesus.
this was I mean, there was really bad. This is one of the worst things that stood out to me.
Yeah.
Just like literally could have killed them both.
Yeah.
And then Maya, there's an old clip of Maya, his ex-girlfriend, saying, I had an ex-boyfriend who used to, when he would get angry, drive 100 miles per hour and scare the shit out of me. So this is something he's done. And then a guy friend who was in a car with him said he did the same thing to him. This guy's a menace.
Yeah.
He's dangerous.
There's a lot of clips that are resurfacing that are like, with this in mind, makes way more sense. It's like, wow,
Right.
this has been an issue, and the proof is already out there because he streams so much, and all his friends streams. So people are putting the dots together, obviously.
Well, he's a very sarcastic guy, so he would say a lot of out-of-pocket stuff.
Exactly.
But you're like, he's kidding. He's being silly.
Yeah.
But now you realize he's not fucking kidding.
No,
yeah.
and like things like walls. Emiru talks about him hitting walls so hard.
Yeah, like Love is saying, it's just exactly like that. Like she mentions that, like, if you go back and you look at some of the older streams, you'll see holes in the walls around the house or something, and it's like, how did those holes get there? It's like, apparently he's just chatting his entire house, right? Isn't that what they call a Chad? Someone who punches holes in the wall, or is it a Steve? I don't know. I think it's called being a Chad.
that they break and whatnot, holes in the walls. And apparently those holes are shown.
You can see 'em.
Maybe we could switch it to called being a Chaz. People who punch holes in the walls just say, "Oh, that dude's chazzing. She's a chazzer."
On her stream.
streams at certain points.
There you go.
So yeah, there's a lot of just retroactively things
Yes.
clicking. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this is totally. That's why
It all
people don't
checks out.
doubt this
Right.
at all because
It's
The
so
evidence
bad.
is all
clear-cut.
there.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It is just so bad. It's all so fucking gross. By the way, I met him one time. So we talked to him on the show once. And then he reached
Veronica
out to me.
Rose says, "I wouldn't know. I don't punch holes in my walls." How do we know that? We don't know that for sure. Show us your walls.
He said, let's hang
Present
out.
the
I was like, okay.
walls.
You guys know I don't like hanging out with people.
I don't believe it.
But when people are persistent enough, and he's like, I'll come to your house. I was like, okay, we can.
Now you have to go around your house and take pictures of all your walls and put it in the Discord so that we know your walls are safe and intact.
hang out.
Chazzing those walls again soon.
So he came over. It was very intense. I mean, he seemed like he was basically talking the whole time about work and how he was trying to get bigger and he wanted to be the biggest Twitch streamer. I was like, okay, this guy really cares about his job, you know, and he's very focused on his work. But that is all he talked about pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
But I'm at work,
It felt
says-
like a big networking thing.
But I'm at work, says Veronica Rose. Well, then you don't have to feel bad about destroying those walls. Nobody cares about the work walls. I'll be right back. Let me just grab a water. Stupid chair cushion. Stop moving. Wish I could tape this chair cushion down. Doom, 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 doom. Oh wait, you right, says Veronica. Jazz the walls at work.
Which
Do
is, you know,
it.
get your paper.
There's also a lot of things that I retroactively, with this in mind, realized because the fact that he moved out to LA, I feel like it's obvious that he knew something like this was coming. Like wanted to get away from his crew in Austin, and him doing.
But he moved to LA?
Yeah, I think he lives in
Yeah.
LA right now. He's doing
Oh.
this car remodeling thing with a Lamborghini. And
Lamborghini.
Also, he what's it called? I saw him do a couple of gambling sponsorships on Instagram.
Right, I heard about
and
that.
I figured that's him like realizing I gotta make some money here before
Like the stake,
shit
like
hits the
real
fan.
dirty, nasty, like crypto gambling shit.
Yeah, just straight up gambling.
Yeah.
So they're basically talking about, I think at this point, Mizkif has almost fallen off. I'd have to look into it, but there was something else that even before this that he basically got canceled for. I think it was sexual assault allegations or something like that. I can't remember for sure. Again, I don't know, but something about that. That was like probably a year or so ago.
He had a funny reasoning too, because he was.
By
so
the way,
against it
there's
in the
also,
past.
sorry to cut you off, but there's an old clip of him saying, if I ever take a crypto gambling thing, kill me or something like that. Like something really strongly against. I don't know. It's all pretty weird. What, AB? Sorry.
No, yeah. To build off of that, his reasoning for taking a gambling sponsorship was funny. I'm trying to remember what it is. I'm looking for it. He was like, you know what? I changed my mind on gambling. I was wrong.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking into it.
Try to pull that clip of him being like, if I ever gamble.
I've never seen that, but I can look for it.
Oh,
This
Twitch
wasn't, like,
ads. Twitch
even
ads. That's why. He said the Twitch ads were so bad.
Oh, God, we posted a photo. I forgot. But yeah, I gave him some Teddy Fresh. He wanted to take a photo with me. Obviously, I'm super famous celebrity. Who wouldn't want to take a photo with me? But he seemed like a nice guy, just a little fucking quirky. He talks a lot about how he has ADHD. He's like, I can't sit still. I have ADHD. I'm always moving around. I'm like, okay.
As a viewer, like somewhat frequent viewer, it's clear that the past 2 years things have been going downhill for him, like mentally, and he's talked about it publicly too, about trying to kill himself and whatnot.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah,
Let's not do that.
no.
Necessarily because of me or like because of something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food and he was on his phone and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, no.
This part is entirely crazy. Is she's saying that this dude, Mizkif, totally flipped out because the content creator Mr. Beast invited someone to a party that wasn't him, and this caused him to become enraged because Mr. Beast didn't invite him. That's like, well, I don't know. Are you friends with Mr. Beast? Why are you butthurt that Mr. Beast invited somebody that's not you? Like, just like, who cares? You're not. That's on you for not being friends with Mr. Beast. Like, what's up?
I'm
It's
like,
so
huh,
weird.
Yeah, I guess
Very.
so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it.
That's the most courageous reason to fucking double suicide, murder suicide. Mr. Beast didn't invite me. Ah! Bro, it's the Mr. Beast invite.
Who was it?
Do
we know?
She didn't say.
Okay, fair enough.
But
Wouldn't be surprised if it's Ludwig.
Yeah, I saw.
oh
some
yeah,
people,
yeah, he did collab a lot with Ludwig.
Yeah, I saw some people speculating on that.
Ooh.
Who gives a fuck, bro? I've collabed with Mr. Beast.
That's true.
I don't want to say it. My kids think that's super cool. I am.
Do they?
Yeah. They go, you know Mr. Beast? And I'm like, yeah, you guys watch this video. And they're like, oh my God. That's the first time I think my kids felt I was cool for being a YouTuber. Every time as a joke, because every time I open...
and started yelling because I had posted a YouTube video within the same couple of days as him, and mine was doing better.
busted.
So basically, I felt like I was kind of stuck in a loop where I felt like I had to constantly perform and like prove my value to not be thrown away. But at the same time, if I ever performed too well, I was gonna be punished for it.
That's a crazy
And
world.
it just felt like a very rough situation to be stuck in because, I mean, streaming is my hobby and my job. Like, it's a huge part of my life, even before, you know, I
You don't
met
need to
him and
explain.
became
Yeah.
like a
We know
larger-
why
This is
that's
like
patently insane.
Textbook abusive relationship.
Sociopath, narcissist? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to characterize this.
Yeah, it literally is textbook, like, just bad boyfriend type stuff, you know? It's like, it's one thing, yeah, I'm gonna say it's one thing. He not only wants to have, like, complete and total control over what she's doing, but then also he wants her 24/7 to have to think about any decision or anything she does that could possibly annoy him or set him off, and it's like, I guess it would be like, what would it be, a sociopath, right? Maybe sociopathy, where he just wants her to like, again, have to like 20, have to think about him 24/7, you know, to like constantly like just live in like surrounded by fear and anxiety over like, oh well, if I do this, he's gonna get mad, but then if I do this, he's gonna get mad. So what do I do? You know, just constantly putting her in a state of just like confusion, which I think uh, she like shows some like text messages, some receipts about their conversations, and basically that's like her state the whole time is like, well, I'm confused. What do you want me to do? And I think that is like, again, I I'm not like this, so I can't even understand like why you would uh, kind of treat somebody this way. But like the way she reacts, I think is totally what he's expecting or what he wants. It's like he wants like, again, wants her to be in like a total state of just like, I guess, confusion and maybe a sort of like dependency on him. You know what? It's so weird. It's baffling to me. Like, and that's why she's saying it to an extent how she kind of felt trapped, because it's like, well, if I do this, he's gonna get mad, but then if I do this, he's gonna get mad. It's like, well, what do I do? What do you want me to do? How do I make you happy? And he doesn't really want to be happy. He just wants to like keep her on edge like 24/7. I don't know. It's very odd to me, the whole thing. Hate that. How awful, said Skylar. Do good, but not better than me, says Veronica. Yeah, it's, which they bring it up, but like, you know, you would think in like a normal relationship, it would go both ways, where it's like you would prop the other person up when something good happens with that person. Like if your significant other gets a pay raise at work, you generally would be like, oh, that's awesome, honey, you know, like good for you, and that's gonna help us out, you know what I mean? But like, to an extent, he's just like wanting to keep her down, which it makes no, again, if you're dating and you guys live in the same household, why in the world would you do anything and not support her with what she's doing when it benefits you? It's a weird, uh he's got some sort of personality flaw that is very odd. He just wants to make her miserable along with him, said Skylar. Yeah, exactly. It's very, very depressing. I can see why she like often quotes how confused
A
she
few
is by like everything.
things probably. Jesus.
Yeah, his messaging is like totally off.
This is neither here nor there, but I really like her pile of Kirby's.
That's a pretty
sick.
badass backdrop.
Yeah, big fan of Kirby over here.
I like
and
Kirby.
I believe.
And I remember thinking all the time how it felt like he hated me, but he still wanted me around for his channel and like his thumbnails and everything. And this is still before I moved out. There was a time where it was the tension in the house was so unbearable that I would sneak out and I would sneak into Esfan's house using my code. And Esfan didn't know why I was doing this. He saw me a couple times. I'd be like, oh, I'm just gonna go take a nap in your guest room. He'd be like, yeah, that's fine. I would sneak into Esfan's house just to have some time of like peace and quiet. But eventually, he figured out where I was going, and he would go over to Esfan's house to keep telling me off.
You follow her there?
And there was a time that he did it, and I was laying in the guest room bed, and one of the roommates in that house had come to see like why I was crying, and they were standing in the corner, and he came in, and he was very physically aggressive. He was like, Emmy, like, what are you doing? Like, angry. And then as soon as he turned and saw this other person standing there, he instantly like deflated and changed his tone. He was like, oh, Emmy, I was wondering where you were. Like, are you coming home? And that roommate like later asked me about it. They were like, what the fuck was that? Like, are you okay? And I was just like, oh, it's nothing, because I felt like a lot of the reason that I didn't tell the people around me was because I felt like no one would understand, or even if they understood, it would just be a burden to them, because
I'm not quite sure to handle this because I think this is all valuable, but we clearly don't have enough time to do this and his response. So maybe I'll continue on the timestamps here. She shows DMs of him. After
Oh,
this
this
was
part
after
is
they broke up, I
crazy.
believe.
This part is
And she
insane.
would
Is all
stop
the
responding, and he was
DMs.
sending her fucking a billion psychotic texts.
And like you guys were saying, love as they say, oh, misery loves company, says Veronica Rose. The text messages that she shows is just like absolutely bonkers, you know, and it is totally like just an abusive relationship where like he hates her and wants her to be miserable, but then he loves her just enough to where if she like he shows her just enough love and affection, I guess, to try and keep her around. And you can see from the text messages how like he's like totally awful to her, and then like later on when she's like trying to get away from him and already broken up with him, he's just like so like remorseful, and so it's just like it's all so weird. But yeah, these texts are insane. And it's weird because like if you see the text, he like I don't think he like I don't think he curses and like and he really doesn't like insult her like terribly, but he's so damn naggy. If you when you watch these, he's just constantly complaining, and I think it's like I mean, granted, again, the messages could be worse. He could like threatening to kill her or something, or but he's just like in the messages. It's just so it comes off as just like super annoying and confusing. Again, trying to just I guess put her in a state of just not knowing what to do.
But how do you know it's not just someone who doesn't follow? You really, yes, I'm still waiting to be. Oh, this is so they're streaming, and he's getting super angry at her. And wow, in World of Warcraft, a video game, yes, because she's tanking.
Love the pile of Kirby, said
and he wants
Skylar.
to
I
tank,
agree.
and she's playing
I love
better than
Kirby.
him, and he's afraid people are going to make fun of him. Swear to God, Dan. I'm gonna read these to you. How do you? So he says, yes.
So Ethan said, yeah, the way Ethan set it up is basically this particular text chain is him being embarrassed because they're playing like I guess they're playing the similar classes or something, and he doesn't want her to play that class because she's a higher level or is better than him at it, and this just like infuriates him.
Still wanting to DPS, but for dungeons I have to tank. You really don't. Like you don't. How can I not tank in dungeons? You straight up don't have to because you're a DPS. My group didn't have other warriors. Yeah, I know where this is going, and I am not dealing with it. I asked for a boundary, and it's always crossed. You don't know boundaries. Talking about World of Warcraft classes.
That's crazy.
These DMs are nuts. Here's more. She said, question. How can I not tank as a warrior in a dungeon? Because you aren't a tank. When I said I don't want to tank, I mean I don't want to tank in raids, which is still true. You do not need to tank in dungeons. So now I'm going to get so much shit nonstop. Emmy is better. Emmy this. I can't have anything, Emmy.
Yikes.
You know, as crazy as everything is, and horrifying and embarrassing doesn't begin to cover, like, threatening to kill himself and her. There's a moment where she describes him sexually assaulting her. This one is so embarrassing. Yeah. Brutal. It's like, dude, holy fuck. I'm waiting for she's just pulling him up, so I'm just going to read them as they
I am
come.
planning to probably post the VOD of this somewhere, so if...
M is better. M is this. I can't have anything, Emmy. You just take. I don't understand what you want me to do. Not take. Oh my God. It's that simple. What does that mean? You already played Warrior. When I told you we're going to get compared. By the way, they're both live right now.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's just so embarrassing.
Crazy.
You don't pull. I don't pull aggro because I'm a warrior. No, you're not. Another warrior can take. What he's saying doesn't make any sense. She's in a group of 5 and she's the warrior. She has to tank. What am I missing?
I mean, you could do DPS tank, I guess, technically.
But is there another tank? It sounds like there's not another
No,
tank.
you would need a tank. For
Yeah,
sure.
you need a tank.
Yeah.
It sounds
if
like
you
there's
wanna
not
read
another
this
tank.
later, that's fine, I guess.
I think, and Ethan's right. This is like this is serious, but this is less serious. She'll talk about like possible sexual assault allegations and stuff of the sort. But this is probably like the most immature and like embarrassing of the things about him. Is just realizing that like the man is just a baby, dude, just like a man child, just like complaining about like literally anything that this girl is doing. Hear me out here. Same class, double the trouble, says Veronica. Well, I think I get it wrong. I don't think they're in separate groups, I think. Or I don't remember. I think she's in her own group playing with her own friends or whatever. But he's still mad on her stream that she's playing a class that he plays on his stream. So again, they're not even in the same game. And he's just mad because he doesn't want people to compare them as warriors or something. It's so weird. How obnoxious is Skylar? It's giving you have Uno, says Veronica. It's just, again, just like baby stuff. Like, what are you complaining about?
I didn't have another warrior in my group.
You literally are getting paid boatloads of money to stay home all day with your very pretty girlfriend and literally play World of Warcraft all day. As a nerd, as a guy, how much can you have it any better? You know, your significant other, you're dating like another famous like e-girl or whatever, like an internet personality, cosplayer, and like she wants to play video games with you all day, and you're unhappy. I don't know. Like I listen, as a guy, to me that's like, and you're making boatloads of money. It's I don't understand what there is to complain about. On my end, maybe some people could find some aspect of that brutal. To me,
Today.
It all sounds good to
and
me.
No warriors want to join. So yeah, she tanks. Girl with 27K couldn't find a warrior. You can every time. You just want to tank. I know what you're doing right now, and I am not dealing with it.
Oh, God.
There were no warriors asking to join. And why is it bad for me to pull in dungeons? Because now I'm going to get compared nonstop. Because now people are just going to say, you're better. Because I told you, this is when you first told me you want to play warrior. And it's already happening. And you just don't care about this stuff ever. There's no boundaries with you.
Oh my God.
That's fucking nuts.
Insane.
You know what's
It's
extra
rough.
weird? Like watching his
And again,
streams.
this was all happening
Sorry,
while I
I'm
was live.
yeah, it's
You
all
can
happening.
literally go find the stream and see me trying to deal with this.
I'm sorry, I'm just pulling up. Go ahead,
Okay.
love.
So watching his streams, he is usually the butt of the joke. Like he's very.
Oh yeah, this is where Love brings up stuff that like this is stuff that like I 100% agree with him. This is stuff that even I visually took in when I would watch his streams or his shorter videos back in the day. But yeah, Love is 100% on the nose with this.
self-deprecating.
They say she's better.
No,
Yeah.
So like historically, he is the guy, and I always liked this about him.
Yeah.
Being self-deprecating and making himself the butt of the joke, and that's funny. That's
Who
funny.
cares if you're a worse tank and WoW?
So it's scary to realize that behind the scenes, all this time, he hasn't fucked with that. He hasn't liked being the butt. This is like mind blowing as a viewer almost.
It's
right?
funny. Your girlfriend's better at tanking than you and
Yeah,
WoW.
yeah, you'd think
I'm
that'd
gonna
be like,
fucking kill us both.
Or
That'd be great
moreover, it's
content.
just funny to say that even if it's not true, which that could have been the case too.
that's what I
trolling,
think
you know
people
what
are
I mean?
doing. People
Yeah.
are.
I don't know about you guys, but it would infuriate me if I found out my girl had beat Simon in Claire Obscure Expedition 33 without in one hit with the main characters. That would infuriate me, and it would cause me. No, I'm kidding. I'm making a joke. I'm being ridiculous that like being mad because your girlfriend is better than you at a video game is like, come on, like really, dude. It's just like I've never heard of anything so like childish in my life.
People like annoying him because
Right.
that's how he set up his community.
Yeah, I know what you mean. He's got shtick.
Oh,
He's
and
very
then-
sarcastic.
Let me ask this, Veronica. That reminds me, there's a clip of, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this clip, but there's a clip of him and Emmy. I don't remember if they show it here, but there's a clip where the two of them are playing Mario 64. And like they're in Bowser's castle and he's attempting to do like a trick or something with the controller with Mario. And she like grabs the controller from him and does it like way better than him and does it on the first try. And you could clearly see that like everyone thought it was funny that he was mad, but like it's one of those things now where looking back it's like, oh, he might have actually been pissed off. Let me pull that up while I'm sitting here. Let me see if I can find that clip real quick. I remember that clip in particular, like Because now that I'm thinking about it, there's so many clips looking back that I'm like, oh, what the heck? Why did you get out of here, YouTube? You're doing me wrong right now. Emiru, Mizkif, Mario 64. There we go. 450 million views. So here we go. This is the clip I'm thinking of. Let me bring this back up.
Why are your settings like this? These aren't even the default settings.
But you see what I mean? Like, these are the kind of clips that back in the day, that like I would see from them or something, and I would be like, oh, that's what am I doing? Get out of here. I'd be like, oh, that's kind of endearing, and it makes them look like a funny boyfriend, and oh, they're a good couple just playing video games or something. But then, like, now that you're looking back and you're going back and watching stuff like that, you're like, oh, he might have like actually been super embarrassed and super pissed off because of something like that. And it's just like, I don't know, very weird. That was clean, said Veronica. Oh yeah, so it seems like you guys I've seen that clip. Yeah, it's such an old clip.
Yeah,
It's like,
and now all of a sudden,
it's like looking back now, everything is just like, oh.
he's using what he set up towards her and against her, which is terrifying.
It's bananas.
It's
Yeah.
genuinely
It's
scary.
legit insane.
Yeah.
Also, couldn't he, if he really had a problem with it, couldn't he have told her after she was done streaming?
Right.
Like,
No,
to
but
have to deal with this while being live is
He has a
draining.
habit of doing this. It sounds like he can't control his rage.
Yeah.
It'll
So
always be
it's either during-
satisfying, said
Sometimes
Skylar.
she express.
But
she's
the
screaming and
context
starts
brings another layer, says Veronica. Yeah, exactly.
slamming his door a bunch
People,
of times.
I saw that clip.
Yeah.
What a
That one's out
baby.
there. I'm not sure. Do we have that one in the doc?
There's so
Okay.
much.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Um,
Similar viewership probably at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and faster now. Tell you that.
Yeah.
This part's great. She goes, dude, don't dude me. He said that. I asked one thing with you. Don't be a tank. And now you're tanking. What can I do? What am I supposed to do? Don't tank. Yep, there it is. I'm playing a game. Tank, Emmy. Do it. Let me handle all the hate. Are people even hating on him?
Probably
They're
not.
probably annoying him,
Yeah.
which to his community is something that it's
part of the
funny
shtick.
and part of Mizkif.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely insane that he's using this against her. So
I'd be pissed if I was like, bro, why are you trying to roll against me? The fuck?
it's fucked up. Only I can be a warrior.
Don't roll against me in our raids.
I wonder if he does the same to Asmongold and all the other people over there in OTK who played warrior.
While
But that's the thing, though, is like, I almost wonder if like, is this guy like this with everybody? Where like, everyone that does this kind, I don't think that's the case. I think he probably, if this was like his buddy or somebody in some male in the content house, I don't know, maybe I don't know if he's misogynistic or if it's just against his significant others, but like, I guarantee you, like, if one of his male counterparts jokes on him or does something like that, he probably just laughs it off and thinks it's funny. But then, like, with his significant other, it's like a big deal. I don't know. Again, I don't know for sure. I just would be curious which is the case.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Warrior's sick. Of course she's playing Warrior. It's
Warrior's a great
Or
class.
it's a popular class.
sick class.
Especially,
I'm
was
live
it,
in the
wait a
middle
minute,
of
was
a
it vanilla?
Yep.
Vanilla Warrior?
Let's
Hard.
see.
It's a hard class to
Yeah,
play.
it's hard.
trying to just play the fucking game.
Tank, Emmy. Do it. Let me handle all the hate, the criticism, the you're worse than Emmy. The Emmy is so much better. The people saying you're better in every chat. The comparison, since nobody will
He
be
doesn't
on
know how
my
to spell
side.
comparisons.
Let me deal with it. You have fun. I asked you not to become a tank, and you didn't listen. And now it's the classic. What am I supposed to do? I am not dealing with this.
Aw.
And by the way, she stopped responding, so he keeps spamming her
He's just
chat
like raged.
to
Like,
get her to
oh
respond.
my god.
Yeah, and again, like Lena said, she's live. He's such.
How did this guy act this way for so long. Like, dude, this guy should have been canceled so long ago. He should be.
And
It's
that's
so
a
odd.
great point that Ethan's bringing up. Is this guy should have been canceled long ago, but the problem is it's typical again abusive behavior where like he's got his significant others just so petrified or worried about bringing up anything related to that because they don't want to make him mad, and it's like that's just like classic like don't you say anything, don't let anything out. Envy is a crazy drug, said Veronica. Yeah.
Because I feel like he was living the dream. He has a girlfriend.
The
They're both very
dream.
successful. They both play video games for a fucking living, and he's just pissed off.
good
He's just
enough.
so fucking pissed.
Yeah, you know,
you
I'll
got
I'll be
it all,
honest.
man.
I'll be honest. Seems to be dating way out of his league.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh
Which is
yeah.
good for
Which
you.
is a
100%.
positive for him.
And I'm someone that dates out of my league too, so good for you, right? But like,
Verga.
verga, no, guante,
Guante.
I love these DMs though. It's just like nothing shows how crazy. The thing is, his response actually, he responds to a lot of stuff she said. So
Tank Emmy, do it. Let me handle all the hate, the criticism, the you're worse.
yeah, you guys get the idea. Pretty epic.
Yeah.
Pretty epic shit there, dude. But I mean, just to kind of, amongst the worst things is like, after they broke up, they were crying together at one point, and like he started to. Okay, so
me
it's
see
not
what other
like
clips we
clicking,
got.
so I know it's not going to work. You see this? It's not working.
I can't see it. No,
See?
it's not on screen.
Luke Cuco, who after her story came out,
Okay, so they're getting into another lady by the name of Kyuko, who I guess because of what Emmy's kind of doing, she's also feeling like it's her responsibility to kind of speak up on something else that happened with her. So they're going to describe Kyuko's situation.
had hers to share. My Mizkif essay and harassment experience. Our first hookup, I was so drunk I couldn't keep my eyes open. Originally I was supposed to crash on the couch, but somehow I ended up in his bed. I remember all I wanted was to sleep, but he kept kissing me and trying to undress me. I finally let him have it because I was too dizzy to care anymore. That's a really sad
That's
statement.
pretty messed up.
He made sure to coach me to say that it was consensual afterwards and get the story straight because he was afraid of being canceled. He was so sweet at the time that we ended up having a consensual fling afterwards. After our fling ended, he started terrible rumors about me, telling people I was manipulative, bad, awful human. He would tell people that I cut myself during sex and that I was crazy. What a weird thing to say. I would hear the most awful rumors from people I had just met even years later. He would continue talking about me long after we no longer interacted. This made me never reach out to people anymore. I was mortified of the rumors
Yeah, they're talking about it, but the weird thing is even Emmy talks about it, is like the harassment and things of the sort didn't have it technically ended with the relationship ending, like she's even Kyuko starts getting into it, but even like post their small little fling, he still is like threatening her and like friends of hers to like keep quiet about stuff, and like kind of like almost harassing her like current boyfriend about things. And it's just like this is the part where like him being this way post relationships is the part to me that's like, well yeah, how did he really not get canceled at least earlier, at least like, I don't want to say at least, but like in actively in a relationship, I could see how he could like be able to somehow control them through his abusive tactics. But like post the relationships, he still has like found a way to somehow keep people from saying anything. And it's like, yeah, I don't know, very weird.
he'd been
Let's
spreading
hear
and
her
depressed over
stuff.
what people thought of me. Lakari is witness to the depression Mizkif caused me. He's also witness to the harassment I experienced long after the fling was over. During my relationship with Lakari, he'd regularly talk shit about me and constantly tell Lakari that he doesn't want the quote real, he doesn't know the quote real Kyuko. He tried poisoning our relationship the whole time. He would plant ideas into Lakari's head to start fights. After the relationship with Lakari ended, Miz upped the shit talking even more. Lakari noted that it looked like Miz was actively trying to ruin my reputation. I would hear how everyone in Austin hates me because of what Miz would say. I think Emiru is super brave for coming up their story. I struggle with posting this because I don't want to be associated with or tied to him at all, but I want to corroborate her story with my personal hell Mizkif kindly gifted to me. So yeah, it's just corroborates a lot of what she's saying. Like the rumor spreading and all this types of fucking insanity
The
afterwards.
self-harm stuff too.
The self-harm, he accused Emmy of doing self-harm as well, which is such a crazy thing to lie about, man.
And he's so aware of what he does is wrong because he, after the fact, try to get her to realize it was consensual.
It's strategic.
And then when things were getting a little bit dicey, he shit talked her and tried to ruin her reputation. So
Yeah.
if she said anything,
He's planning.
it wouldn't seem as serious. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very, very
calculated.
very calculated. Yeah.
Hey,
Premeditated.
Reese Tiki just joined the stream. Says, hey, it's me, the devil from the Bible. Well, that's not good. That's scary. Sounds like you fit in perfectly here with Mizkif in this story that we're learning about. Sitting here learning about Emiru's accusations here against Mizkif. And yeah, what they're talking is totally true. Like his basic, I guess you could, in a way, it could be considered like blackmail. But like his go-to is post their relationships in a way to keep them quiet about him. He's kind of just so willingly to like, for some reason, make up self-harm rumors about people and rumors that they killed their animals and stuff. And it's like, really, I guess blackmail in general is not a cool thing, but like saying especially those type of things about somebody post relationship is pretty messed up. You know what I mean? Saying that like they're emotionally unstable, willing to hurt themselves, killing their pets. It's just like really kind of nasty stuff to say about somebody. LMAO, not Mizkif, said Reese.
Psycho shit. So let's see here.
My eyes are drying out a little bit.
This one's great. There's some like actually interesting rage moments that people are going back and finding. Here he is raging over Rust. That's right, guys. Rust. 1v1 me. The meme game. I've never played Rust, by the way. Is it a good game?
Wait, Rust? Rust is not the 1v1 game, no?
Don't they say 1v1 me
Rust
and
is
Rust?
like a
That's like Modern Warfare 2, man.
Oh, brother.
Is that a TF2 map?
No,
No,
that's Modern
Modern
Warfare
Warfare
2,
2.
bro. Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
1v1 me and Rust.
Are you even a gamer on Rust?
How to get it together?
a map?
he said.
Yeah, that's a map
Oh.
in MV2.
I see.
Okay, it's
Oh,
not even
see
working
what
now. I
you-
can't even full screen it, bro. Like, it's just not working.
You just do the same thing over and over again. Why are you expected to be different?
Because that's... Okay, full screen goes to my bottom monitor.
I don't know how
Minimize
many
it.
more times to explain it to you.
I drag it to the top, and it's...
The box is bigger than the screen.
Yeah,
I can
it's-
see
Make
that
it
the bottom
smaller.
is.
Oh, so I just click it, though, and this is the default. I didn't
I
make
don't
it
know
bigger.
why that's happening.
Like, every fucking time I gotta shrink it,
You do.
click it. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Because of the different
It's way
aspect
too much.
ratios
It
in
just
the
causes
screens.
a lot
Yeah,
of
that's
extra work.
he's right.
It's
the
different
aspect
aspect
ratio.
ratios. Yeah.
It's what?
Different aspect ratios.
But it
on the
wasn't
two
always like
screens.
that. It's just... I don't know. It just takes a lot of time
Right.
for me to do that every time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rage. Okay?
All right.
I told you.
Let's see. Ronacross says, I think he uses the animal excuse since people are very protective of them. Yeah, very well could be. I think Hassan Piker is kind of looking or seeing firsthand how how protective people are of people's pets, essentially. I mean, look at us. Oh, yes, Veronica Rose. Yeah, we're on the... I see you. We're on the same page. Yeah. That's a very, very easy thing, it seems like, to go after people for now.
In Rust, on Rust,
On
That's
Rust.
right.
beef roll. Oh, this one's really interesting. So they're planning a Rust stream. Starts
Today's
with
the
high
Rust
spirits.
server. Chat, I'm excited. We got some stuff. Dude, we're gonna start talking to people again. We're gonna hang out a little bit.
Got raw pork.
I'll fucking take it.
Oh my gosh, this is so crazy too that they're going to show. So this is what we were talking about that I wanted you guys to see when we were watching the Asmon Gold part. That she talks about this. She talks about this is the, I think she was saying this is like the first time that like the problems with him could kind of be seen on stream. Because this is one of the first streams they did, like dual wise, where they're both streaming at the same time. And they're playing something, what is it, Rust? I think they were talking about. But like, this is totally insane because like they'll show it. But this is him like, why are there two Ethans on screen? But this is him realizing that he's getting outviewed by her, essentially. Which is like, it's so weird.
You like some raw pork?
Yeah, I'll fucking take raw pork. Hell yeah.
Enjoy.
So I thought, why not build a house up here?
Yes.
We-
I can
So he
pay
has
rent in your,
22,000
your
viewers.
house.
Okay.
Not
let's do it.
bad.
Yep. Oh, wait, check this
Down
out.
to
Come here.
19,000. Still good.
Ooh,
Not bad,
the
huh?
house.
Uh-oh. Emmy has 25,000. Shit. He's starting to get quiet.
Wait, our houses literally look exactly the same.
Yep.
And you can see how annoyed
Whoa.
he is from looking at it.
Uh-oh.
So she mentioned this moment in her video.
Mhm.
That's why they're pointing this out.
Apparently he
specifically.
had a giant fucking shit fit from this.
Yeah.
Bro, maybe she's just more, I don't know, like you gotta try that. You gotta be better. She's just more entertaining, I guess, right? That's why people are watching her and not you.
Also, your partners.
Yeah.
You should just be happy that
Yeah, and that's exactly what Dan is saying. Is like, what was my opinion? Is like, this crap shouldn't be a problem. Like, you guys are dating, and like in a good in a I didn't even say should a good relation in a normal relationship. I would say typically when something good happens to your significant other, typically the you're like happy for them because not only does it benefit you, but it also is just generally good for your girlfriend. It's like, shouldn't you be like hyping her up and like telling her that's amazing, oh, that's so cool for our stream to be doing this well, and like he doesn't see it as like good at all. He's just raging at how like outdone he's being. And then Ethan brought up a great point. It's like, well, be a better streamer then. If you're not doing as well as her, it's like, I don't know, be more entertaining. I don't know. Reese Tiki says maybe Emmy's more entertaining compared to yes, exactly. So Reese gets it. But yeah, it's like maybe she's just better at being a streamer than you. I mean, let's face it. Pretty girls on these streaming sites tend to do better regardless because they're pretty girls. Normal looking dudes like me and Mizkif. Well, normal looking dude like, yeah, I'll keep that. Normal looking guys like me probably aren't going to do as well as some pretty cosplay girl. It's just the way it goes, I mean, I don't like. That doesn't mean I have to hate the pretty cosplay girl for that. I mean, self inflection. Look inside. See what you're doing wrong. I guess is what I'm getting at.
Well, he was happy when he had more views.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen to how butthurt he is. Holy fuck. He can't even pretend. No wonder no one's watching your stream, bro.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
psycho shit.
Ugh.
The fact that you can't pretend, like Lena said, messaging her while you guys are live, like he cannot control his emotions. He has bitch fits.
But then on the other
Should
hand,
be
he's
his new
also
name.
super like controlling and manipulative. There's some personality thing going on here.
He could just acknowledge it and like hype her up for it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That would be a
Yeah.
win-win. He
Yeah.
would look
There's no-
he'd be
there is
humble. He's
nothing-
hyping up his girl.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong happening here. This is a win for both of you, and yet he's so upset.
Oh, one thing I remember when he came that struck with me is he was like, he was always talking about numbers and how he wanted to be the biggest Twitch streamer, and he's trying to grow all the time. And I was like, okay, he's very focused on work, but like it's all he talked about. Even just a
And then like it's so funny because it's like full circle for him. Like, again, we're digging in deep into like his self-conscious hyperfixation on his view counts, compared to Emmy, how he's always just fixated on becoming the best and having huge numbers. But it's like, well, how is that fair in you now that you're canceled and your view counts are probably cut in half, if half, if that, his view counts are probably under half of what he was getting at before. And it's like all you had to do was be like a semi good boyfriend, and I guarantee you one of these popular streamer girls will stay with you and you guys will have more views than you've ever had. It's like, but yeah, because he's selfish and can't have his significant other outdo him, it's like I've got to pitch a fit and piss and shit myself, because I can't have that kind of success, personal success. It's not even he can't have success. It's that he, for some reason, can't enjoy the success between him and someone else. It's like, well, that's still success on your end.
me when I met him.
Baffling.
There's more to life in this kid. Not much more.
I've had a bad
there is
feeling about
more.
him since he uploaded a VOD reacting to the first creator clash, and he had every fight in there except me and Brett.
Why do you do that?
Someone asked him on stream, and I think he said it was his editor's choice.
Why'd they cut your ass out?
These nuts. I don't
Every
know. I
single
mean, maybe
fight
we were
but
the
you?
least relevant. I don't know.
That's where he's wrong. That was probably the most hyped fight of the night.
Yeah.
Dumbass doesn't even
Yeah,
know
that's
anything.
why.
No wonder he's
Jealous.
I
like
clocked him then.
He was jealous.
mad. Seriously mad.
I want to see Emmy. I can't believe you guys are in separate houses.
They become
Biggest
too
sweats, you
powerful.
retards.
They will come after you guys.
They're
and
the
wipe them out,
biggest
but we can
sweats.
stop them early.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it, dude. We'll join the resistance. You're spelling it wrong? Yeah, my bad.
Let's quietly fish.
No, I hardly slept last night. That's why I seem tired today. I'm
Okay,
not
so
fucking
someone
tired, Chad, I'll
rated.
be honest.
Alinity
Emiru?
rated
I'm pretty
Emiru,
tired.
so she's at 30K now.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think
That's
blow.
brutal, dude. It's over for you.
Well, I think
Yeah, like they're saying, Alinity, another big streamer, as you can tell, she rated Emiru's stream, I guess towards the end of their stream or something, and Emiru's view count exploded to 30,000. Oh no. Oh no, your your girlfriend has 30,000 people watching her streams while you're in it. I don't know, being so focused on numbers really doesn't do well on your mental health, says Reese. I mean, I guess to an extent. I mean, I wouldn't be lying if I said that even on like all my social media and YouTube stuff, if like, I would say that I guess I have a sort of addiction to looking at my views at this point. I mean, I would say I probably look every half hour, maybe every hour at my views that I'm doing across. I mean, but I wouldn't say that like it bums me out or disappoints me if anything's not producing or producing overly well. I don't know. I feel like I've got a fairly healthy average view duration whenever I check out my stuff. But yeah, I think it's just how you view it. Like, I feel like it's fine to constantly be wondering how you're doing, but um, I don't know. I just feel like his way of doing it's definitely unhealthy. Heck, I feel like felt like he would have gotten more if he was a good boyfriend, lifting each other up. People love a good couple, says Veronica. Oh yeah, absolutely. No, for real, I got fried for a while, a few years back, says Veronica Rose. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I do the same thing. Like, I'm constantly looking, but I don't know. I feel like as a content creator, it's super important, though. At least I have an excuse to be uh, constantly checking on my content, because like it's so important to like I've done research into like how most channels work, and like it's so important to like constantly be liking and commenting to what people are saying. I feel like in that instance it's very important for a content creator, because that instant, when you have a video, the more times that you reply and like other people's comments to your YouTube shorts, your TikToks, your Instagrams, your YouTube videos, your streams, that obviously helps with retention. It helps with showing people that you're active with what you're doing. So again, that is like the one excuse I'll give myself, is like that is like a helpful part of having content or being a content creator.
it is over. I think he ends the stream right here.
He does.
Yeah.
Probably just gonna raise her views more by doing that.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
All right, chat. I'll see you guys later. I will see you guys probably tonight, if not tomorrow. I just need a nap. I'm fucking zooted out of my mind.
What is unofficial Ms.
A few minutes later.
So
Oh,
she says, what is unofficial Ms. Raid? Because he didn't raid her. They just happened to go over because they
Rate?
raid. Like Twitch, when you end your stream, you could raid.
Oh, he didn't raid her.
He didn't raid her, which is
Was
the
that-
obvious
is that
choice. They're
assumed?
playing together. He should raid her.
Okay.
Yeah, and what they're talking about here is like totally insane. Again, talking about how much of a baby this guy is, and how like he acts like he cares about views, but it's only his personal views and not him and his girlfriend's views, their couple views. So what happens is post his ending the stream because he's pitching a fit and crapping himself and pissing himself because of it. Because he's pitching such a fit, he immediately ends his stream and is like, "All right, guys, I'm tired. I gotta head out for the day." And people leaving his stream and going over to hers, because they're a couple, they start spamming, I guess, unofficial Mizkif raid, because he didn't, him being a terrible boyfriend, he didn't do the obvious thing and tell his viewers to go over and watch her. Because, like, why wouldn't you do that? Like, your girlfriend is getting paid based of that. You know what I mean? Like, you would think, like, if you and your significant other are making money from streaming and you hop off stream, the obvious thing would be to say, "Hey, guys, if you could, go over and watch Emiru's stream, and, maybe you'll see me in the background or support her or whatnot." And people in chat were saying, "No, this is an unofficial Mizkif raid. We're just coming over here just because we like you," and his stream ended, not because he sent us. And like, isn't that ass backwards? Like, as a couple, like he doesn't tell anybody to go watch her at all. I don't know. Just again, just like kind of bad, not only just bad boyfriend behavior, but also um, just bad business behavior. You know, why don't you send all that money that you're making and send them over to her so that she can make that money as well? I don't, it's max the payout and stuff, says Veronica. Yeah, just bad business acumen because he's so angry that he's being outdone.
Yeah, so they said unofficial Ms. Raid.
Oh, okay. I see. I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Zooted out of my mind.
I see.
What does unofficial Misraid mean?
Guys,
Oh, he did?
By the way, they live together.
As you're about
They're
to
in the
see.
same house.
Right.
listen, why are we all acting?
Oh.
Yeah, they live together, they're in the same house, and she doesn't know that he hopped off stream. Like, shouldn't you, like, as a good boyfriend, like, you should do, like, the typical, like, if you guys are streaming together, hop off stream, tell her goodnight or something, you know, hey, I love you, you know, good luck over here while you're streaming. I ended my stream. He doesn't do any of that. Instead, he goes over here and he starts destroying his door or some door in the house, and they'll talk about that. I'm sure people would have chalked it up to him being too tired to tell people, but the reality is just bad. I don't know if that's a good excuse. Like being too tired to tell your significant other good night or what you're doing. Like I feel like that's just good couple behavior, you know, just being like, "Hey, hon, I'm doing this." Like that's all that is, right? Just like if you go to the gym, you typically and your significant other's at home, you're like, "Hey, babe, going to the gym. You know, I'll see you in a bit," or "I gotta run to the store, grab this." You know, like communication's out the window, said Reese. Absolutely, yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. It's just like she doesn't even know. She's like, "Oh, he just ended his stream. Okay." And then he's like you'll see he starts raging over here and is like destroying stuff, and she's like getting scared because he's like blasting doors on the street with the free to take sign, said Veronica.
Like we haven't murdered. Like we haven't pillaged.
So like while you're watching this, oh, you just missed it, but like, so keep an eye out on her while you're watching this, because you can see she's like freaking out because he's like slamming doors and breaking stuff in the background.
Oh, he did?
By the way, they live together.
As you're about
They're
to
in the
see.
same
You can
house.
kind of
right.
see her jump a couple times.
Why are we all acting?
Because of how
like
much
we
noise
haven't
he's
murdered?
making.
Like we haven't pillaged. Like
You
we
see the
haven't
wall in the
had to
back?
do what we had to do to make it here. Where we she had a one-hit advantage. She was coming after me. I had to attack back.
What the fuck is this? Okay, so there's something subtle going on here that we should point out.
You said
What is happening?
So
he's walking by.
He is apparently walking by her room over and over again, and then starts repeatedly, loudly slamming a door.
Okay, yeah.
That, according to her, he slams so hard that he actually breaks it off the hinges. So he's like violently slamming this door. And she has a noise filter on her mic.
Yeah.
But it's hard to pick up on. It's much easier with headphones. But
Well,
you
I
can
also-
hear those bangs in the background, and you see her jump.
You see her
she
jump,
She
yeah.
like gets like startled because it's so loud.
Cloth in my house.
Right there.
Let me check my body.
That was the second time she jumped.
Yeah. Go to the restroom real quick.
She gotta go
I'll
check
be
on
right
her
back.
fucking man-child.
Man-child boyfriend
partner.
who's having a tantrum.
Actually, worse than.
And yeah, like then you can see here, so she's like sitting there like freaking, she's like making noises because she's reacting to like him slamming stuff in the background. And then after a time, she's like, "Oh, well, I guess I should probably go see how he's doing because he's freaking out in the background." And you can see how nervous and like she's kind of scared. I mean, I guess it would be past nervousness, probably just fear at this point of making him mad or something.
He's a grown big adult who works out.
Yeah, he's just
Scary.
China.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she's trapped now.
Look what I did.
Sick. Okay, sick. Okay, I'm stuck in here. Okay, sick.
I'm gonna make some step.
Hello, sorry.
20 minutes later.
Oh,
Ay, ay,
20
ay.
minutes.
Look how she cares too. She goes and spends 20 minutes to calm him down. Like,
Well, she you remember in the video she says that that they ended up getting into a huge fight, and I think she did go to the bathroom to like clean herself up because she was crying. So she's coming back from like crying right now.
Yeah, he was definitely screaming.
When she was in the bathroom trying to clean up, get the tears away, he came in and was like, "What are you doing? You gotta go back to stream."
Yeah. Oh yeah, because she's like, I don't want people to know.
Yeah.
Fucking guys like Joe Jackson.
Why? Yeah. Yes, dude. Oh god. Why are people like this?
I feel bad for her, says Skylar. Yeah, it's just very again super toxic, just I don't even want to say it's a toxic relationship, because that means you're putting some amount of accountability on her. And to me, I'll be honest, I haven't seen anything from her behalf that sounds like she is the problem in any scenario. Like, even when you get later on to his account, which we'll definitely get into, like, he really doesn't say much about her. He doesn't show much receipts about any problems she is about anything. Like, I'm sorry, like, I hate to just take her side, but like, I don't know, I don't see anything that seems like she's the one being a problem.
Hello.
You need yourself a man's that's happy for your Rust numbers, okay?
Or none at all for a little
Hype
bit.
up.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is so sad that she has to come back and put on this show right now and act like everything's okay.
This is probably a regular occurrence by the
Yeah.
sound of it, unfortunately.
Abaragi, thanks for the sub.
She disappeared for 20 minutes, by the way, when she has like apparently a massive viewership. Unbothered Queen comes back, probably says a
Yeah.
shitload of viewers. Mad.
And that's a great point that Ethan brings up. Is she's like a massive streamer and has, what, 30 to 40,000 people in her stream, and leaves to get up and go to take care of something for 20 minutes. Like, as a streamer, where like, so on his end, it's like bad business in like multiple respects and multiple viewpoints. One, he doesn't raid her after or stream or raid stream, whatever you want, Miz raid, whatever they call it. So he doesn't send his viewers over there to help make her money. And then also, he's actively being an annoyance, interrupting her stream, possibly causing people to leave her stream because she has to leave for more than 20 minutes. It's like, bro, are you like... It's like you're just being wholly disruptful to the entire situation, and like just messing up the bag, I guess, to an extent, let alone being just a bad boyfriend in general. But also, like, it's just bad business sense. It's like, no wonder the dude's like falling off and probably, doing nowhere near as good as he was, because all of the emotional stuff takes that's the important part to them. Well, not the important, but that's just how they view things.
Stay
I
mad,
guess.
bro. Stay mad because you're bad.
But all right, yeah, I'm gonna log out for now, but I'll probably come back later. And if not today, then tomorrow or my normal time. So.
Yeah,
Yikes.
there's a lot of stuff like this coming out. He's terrible. But so 40 minutes. So wait, this was the same day in response to her. He went live, right? How soon afterwards?
Couple hours.
I'm not sure. Let me see.
So he did not wait. He went pretty much immediately, a couple hours afterwards. Okay, I'm trying to put this full screen, and it is not going to work. So give me like 10 minutes. Oh my god, dude.
All right, Ethan. We're not
What do
talking.
you do? When you do it in the corner, it's... No.
Leah.
Your purchase here, guys.
Yeah, the first few minutes.
Okay, so now they're getting into his explanation. How long does this go on for? We still got like an hour of this. Oh well, I guess let's get into it.
I fast forward. The first
Is
few
this
minutes
goodbye?
is just
No,
saying, yo.
it's not goodbye. Not at all.
Yo.
Yo.
That's
Yo,
his
yo,
thing.
yo. Explain yourself. I will. Promise you. We're not playing Marvel Rivals today. Are you starting your right wing grip? It's getting close. Yo.
We're not
explain
playing Marvel
everything, bro.
Rivals today. Yeah, I mean that would be odd.
Well, maybe that person wasn't in the loop and was just like, hey,
That
what's
guy's
up,
like-
man? We play Marvel?
Well,
That
they
one
said
guy's like, okay,
explain
I'm out.
yourself.
Oh, well.
I will not be playing
I love that fucking game.
Dress to Impress today.
Time to go full demon time. It's clearly obvious at this point. It's full demon time. Why not?
I think you've
This
been
is-
going demon time.
Yeah,
by this time.
apparently. It's time
Terrible,
to
terrible
exercise.
start.
Exercise.
What a terrible start.
Just letting you know, there is no holding back.
I'm still
Who cares
here and
anymore?
staying.
I will expose everything about every person that you've ever known.
I'm gay.
And it is time to go full demon time.
Oh, okay. How about
Every person
responding?
you've ever known.
How about responding to the sexual assault? I don't even want to
Allegation.
call it allegations because
Yeah.
it's
So again, you can immediately, because he immediately starts his not even apology video, his retort to everything happening here. But as we were talking earlier about like a form of blackmail of him talking about his rash of his post relationships with these girls, his first instinct is to blackmail them or talk about how they harm themselves or they stuff like that. His immediate thing for this video is to talk about how he's gonna release some things on a bunch of people. So again, his immediate instinct is just to immediately blackmail somebody because of this, or for in general, whenever something happens that he doesn't like, and it's like, she's like, dude, you're being so obvious with how you treat people. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Let's go back. I want to hear exactly how he phrased that.
Apparently, it's not
Terrible,
good.
terrible
Exercise.
start.
Exercise.
What a terrible start.
Time to go full demon time. It's clearly obvious at this point. It's full demon time. Why not?
I think you've
This
been
is-
going demon time.
Yeah,
honestly.
apparently. It's not
Terrible,
good.
terrible
Exercise.
start.
Exercise.
Hold on. Where's the
Not that
pepper?
bad. Not at all.
Yo.
Yo.
That's
Yo,
his
yo,
thing.
yo. Explain yourself. I will. Promise you. We're not playing Marvel Rivals today. Are you starting your right-wing grift? It's getting close. Yo.
We're not
explain
playing Marvel
everything, bro.
Rivals today. Yeah, I mean that would be odd.
Well, maybe that person wasn't in the loop. I mean,
I'm not playing Sonic today, and here's why it says Veronica Rose. Yo, yo, yo. We're not playing Claire Obscure Expedition 33 right now.
just
I
like,
gotta attack these 20
Hey,
people.
what's up, man? We play Marvel?
Well,
That
they
one
said
guy's like, okay,
explain
I'm out.
yourself.
I want to hear
No,
what he.
I will
what,
not
what did
be
he?
playing.
How did he phrase that?
Dressed to impress today.
Time to go full demon time. It's clearly obvious at this point. It's full demon time. Why not?
I think you've
This
been
is-
going demon time.
Yeah,
honestly.
apparently. It's not
Terrible,
good.
terrible
Exercise.
start.
Exercise.
Where's the? Oh,
What a
did I?
terrible
Maybe
start.
Just letting you know. There is no holding back.
I'm still
Who cares
here and
anymore?
staying.
I will expose everything about every person that you've ever known.
Engage.
And it is time to go full demon time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, he immediately kind of starts off with like a form of blackmail. He's like, I'm gonna start exposing X amount of people for what exactly? Maybe for just defending Emiru, I'm guessing is what he's talking about. Is he's gonna start attacking people that are defending her or backing her up for some of the accusations against him. Very weird. I don't know.
Every
Very
person you've
strange.
ever known.
How about responding to the sexual assault? I don't even want to
Allegations.
call it allegations because it's almost obvious.
So I mean, this is like psychopathic, right? It's like burn the whole world down.
Well, he's
If I'm going down, you're all going down.
so
Yeah.
he's lightly threatening other people. Like he goes,
What did they do?
Well, he's like, if anyone wants to chime in, I have stuff on everyone, and I'm slowly going to be leaking it throughout the week.
He wants people to defend him.
Defend him or just not say anything in defense of
I'll
her.
pile on.
Exactly, yeah. I guess I could see it both ways there, where he's immediately throwing out the possibility that he has dirt on people, trying to give them ammunition to either come out and defend him, back him up, or trying to give them, or trying to keep or persuade people to not defend her. Which it's like, that's such a weird thing to do, to just blanketly throw that out there for everyone who might think about saying something about the situation. It's just like, listen, if you come out and you back me up, or if you don't back me up, I'm gonna go out and say something about you. But then if you try and back her up, I'm gonna say something about you. So he's saying he's gonna say something about people involved either way, which it's very, I guess that's very, it's an interesting strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him. In the words of Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Just wants to bring everyone down with him.
Ooh, that might be a problem since I was actually colluding to do a crime with him.
Oh.
We were gonna rob a bank together.
You
Hope
and
he doesn't
Mizkif.
tell anyone.
You and Mizkif.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna rob the Bank of America branch on Victory Boulevard
That exact one.
in Sherman
That's
Oaks
Yep.
at
Armed.
3:45
While
on Wednesday. Oh my God.
Armed with a fat check to deposit into my own account peacefully. All right, go ahead.
Yo.
Let's watch the world fucking burn. I am totally okay
Bro,
with
first of all, you're not the Joker.
Yeah, you're
okay?
not- shut up.
You were sexually assaulted and terrorized a girl
You do
for
not
2 years.
sound
You're not the
cool.
Joker. You're not cool. Fucking anti-hero.
Yeah.
Okay, stop the nonsense.
First off, look at that haircut. You're not cool. That is, oh gosh, why did I, now I pointed it out and now all of a sudden, that is a awful haircut. What is that hair? Oh, here I am talking with my long flowing hair, but like, that's a terror. I would not have had that. I'm just noticing how bad of a haircut that is. I don't know who told him that was like a good look.
exposing a lot of things and saying things. At this point, I think it's pretty obvious I will not be friends with any of these people after this.
Nobody cares.
I
Yeah, obviously.
It's not anything that we're concerned over.
Yeah.
am going to completely separate myself from these people, this community, which is fine, and I've already been doing it. But I
obviously.
have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone.
What a friend, by the way.
God, what an asshole.
What a pal. I've been keeping note of all of you all these years.
Look
my
at that
good
comment.
friends.
Definition of bushel, says Veronica Rose. Hairline is gone, said Scott. It's just like, what is that haircut? It's short on. I think my problem is it doesn't look faded. It's all just short side, short back. But then it's almost like bowl cut, kind of, where they like there's no fade. Like if it's up to me, I like a fade. Like if you're gonna do that haircut, it might look okay if it was, or not fade. Is it blended? Is that what I'm thinking of? Is blend? I think it's blended, where they like make it look like the hair is going into the top hair. There, it just here this haircut. Here I am judging people's haircuts, but to me, it just looks like he's got a mat of hair just sitting on top of nothing. You know what I mean? It looks like he's got just. He looks like a mop head just sitting on top of a buzz cut. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm weird. I always like a. Is it? I can't remember if it's blending or faded. I don't think it's faded. I think it's blending. That's what they call. I don't know. I don't know anything about hair.
The comment right there. You are not
2-in-1 haircut, says Veronica. Yeah, it's like do a blend. Have them look like they're part of the same thing.
evil villain. You just look goofy. That kind of is a good.
Yeah,
kinda,
That's what I
exactly
said.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Shout out
Bat
Batchest Juicer.
user.
And I will be releasing it as time goes on because why not? But before that, I would like to
Give me the indecisive haircut, says Reese Tiki. He just walked up and he was like, "Yo, f my shit up, f my shit up, dog." It's not the worst haircut, but it definitely doesn't do him any favors. And I think especially because his hairline's kind of high. And almost I'm gonna pick on him because I don't like him, but like it almost looks like he's kind of balding up here a little bit, and he just has this little floof to kind of cover his receding hairline a little bit. I don't know why you have the floof to cover up the hairline. Like, I would think you're better off just having it just create the hairline. Or who mentioned hairline since Skylar mentioned it. Yeah, like just even out that hairline, even if it looks like it's receding, that's better than just having the one I don't know. Here I am.
address everything that was
ChazmaN, your go-to source of hair.
said today. You're a disgusting piece of shit. Absolutely. Been that for years. It's pretty fucking par for the course. What are we going to pretend that I'm not a piece of shit? We've all known this. I am going to...
Is he being facetious or is
I didn't know that.
serious?
He's being.
I thought he was, messing around at first, but now, I don't know, because this whole video he's sort of like acting like the victim. So I'm not sure. Not sure exactly.
He's just trying to make it seem like people
Yeah.
are dogpiling
He's
on
just
him.
playing victim.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, look, poor me, whatever.
Yeah,
L.
for sure.
You're part
defend
of the L
myself on
community.
what was said with Emmy. I see a lot of people saying other things that really upset me, but the Emmy one is a serious thing that I want to take serious, and we will be discussing that, okay? I wrote this myself, so I don't know if it's anything good. We met online when we were playing AT&T Annihilator.
She accused him of using ChatGPT to write apologies to her and stuff. That's
Yeah.
why he mentioned it.
Oh my god.
Because
he says that he says at one point that it's not ChatGPT. He clarifies.
Yeah, I understand.
It's Copilot.
Oh my goodness. And then you guys will see, we're getting into it. But just the way he talks and the way he presents this entire thing, they'll mention it too, but like it's so overly dramatic. It's like he just like fixates on how like loving and all the things they did as a couple and stuff. And to me it just comes off as annoying to a point where it's just like, dude, I don't stop talking about how good the good aspects of your relationship. Like nobody cares about that. Everyone wants to hear you talk about the sexual assault aspect of what was going on there.
Pilot.
I fuck with ChatGPT.
It's Gemini.
Yo, she makes a mean apology. She is like very on her shit. When you need to apologize, do it with ChatGPT.
Wait, no, you're the. I can't believe what I'm hearing right now.
Do you have experience?
You're the apology guy.
Yeah, but people
What do you
don't
need?
have the innate talent.
I didn't want it to happen so fast. I
What
didn't
an-
know if
what
I
an
wanted to be
insane
Emmy.
thing to say. I wanted her to move in because I wanted a girl to live here to farm content with.
Oh, I forgot I skipped that part.
Like, how shallow can you be, man?
I didn't want it to happen so fast. Since Maya moved out, I knew
Yeah, but I mean,
If you're
the show. I didn't want it to happen so fast. I
what
didn't
an-
know if
what
I
an
wanted to be
insane
Emmy.
thing to say. I wanted her to move in because I wanted a girl to live here to farm content with.
Yeah.
Dang it, I keep skipping over them. All right, just leave it. Leave it alone, Chaz.
I was introduced to her through it, and my chat started to like us hanging out. Since Maya moved out, I knew I wanted the streamer to move into the house, preferably a girl to farm content with, but I didn't want it to happen so fast. I didn't know if I wanted to be Emmy.
What an insane thing to say. I wanted her to move in because I wanted a girl to live here to farm content with.
Yeah, what an absolutely just weird thing to throw out there. That. So he's already readily admitting that he just kind of uses girls to farm content. I mean, he just blatantly throws that out there, right? Isn't that? I mean, that I don't know how to take that any other way. He's like, I knew when my ex-girlfriend moved out, who I used for thumbnails and for content because she's a pretty girl. But I knew when she moved because she probably hated me because I was abusive towards her. I knew I immediately needed to go after and co-op some other poor girl to move in with me because I need her for my thumbnails and because I need a pretty girl in my streams. That's basically what he's saying. I don't know how else do you put it? Reese Tiki says, I don't know, in my opinion, Mizkif could have gotten a French crop with a low fade. Let me see what that is. French crop low fade. French crop low. Let me take a look. Oh yeah, that looks. That definitely looks better. It definitely looks better. I think for the most part, it looks like it leaves his hair the same way on the front, but I definitely think it makes his sides and the back look better. Well, I guess I can't see his back, but I definitely at least think it makes the sides look better, whatever that is. No, yeah, I agree with that. Whatever that is, it looks marginally better, I think. Kicking puppies, Veronica, what? I don't care if you get your McDonald's, that doesn't excuse you from kicking puppies.
Like, how shallow can you be, man?
We're off to a great start.
And
is this going to enter the pantheon with Colleen?
I think it will.
Train of like horrible responses.
The thing with Colleen, the meme ability, hers was unique.
Fuck me,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, the song,
This one is special,
doing
though.
it in form of song is definitely.
It's definitely a top-notch bad apology.
And just there's layers to everything he says. Like, I wanted her to move in with me to protect her and also farm her for content. Like, what the?
He contradicts himself.
But she told me about a stalker that came to her house with a bat, and she didn't live at her house anymore. I told her to come move in with me in Austin because she had a stalker, and we want to make content, and the guy will probably be scared since there's a bunch of people around instead of her in her Kansas home by herself. From there, our relationship started growing very fast. Within just weeks of moving in, she would sit in my room with me late at night, and I would watch Pokemon over and over again, season 1.
Who gives a hoot about any of this part? See, what I'm talking about is he gets very manipulative with and we all know why he does this, why he's doing this. He starts getting manipulative, constantly focusing on the good parts, focusing on the good aspects of the relationship, because he doesn't want to delve into any of the realities of what was going on, and he doesn't want to talk about the accusations about anything that's happening. It's blatantly obvious. He's going to do this the entire video, but he's just deflecting, just like, oh, I know you want to talk about the sexual assault stuff, but we used to like going to the park, and we would like to drink wine on Tuesday nights and eat crackers. You know what I mean? It's just like, well, I didn't ask you about any of that.
I loved it.
Season 1?
Huge red flag.
Why did he specify season 1?
I don't know.
He's like, I don't like that shit. I watched it for her.
And that's not a red flag. Season 1 of Pokemon is the best season. I'm sorry. I've watched up to seasons 4 or 5. Season 1 is by far the best season, in my opinion. I don't think that can be. I don't think anyone can make an argument against that.
Season 1 is awful. I don't know.
Because she made me feel like it was because it felt like my childhood and a place of calmness. She would fall asleep in my bed, but some nights we would touch our back.
I don't know why he's doing this. You guys had a romance. That's totally irrelevant. Okay. Yeah, great.
I've never seen a response to an allegation where you like tell your whole backstory for no reason.
We were in love.
Any sense.
We watched Pokemon season 1 together.
I swear we loved each other. It's like it doesn't really matter. It's not.
I mean, yeah, you guys dated for a few years. I imagine you had romantic moments together. I don't really give a fuck.
Especially because Emmy talked about how their communities, there's a lot of overlap between them.
Mm-hmm.
So when there's such like a serious allegation against him, I feel like he owes it to them to address that and begin with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to do.
People saying season 1 of the Pokemon show is great. It's the best season, bro.
Why do you say that then?
Huh?
Okay, we can't go down the Pokemon vortex. We're low on time. Zach's can't.
Just know those people saying that, you're on notice. You're on notice.
Oh, you have an opinion about season 1 Pokemon?
This show's awful.
I do.
It's an awful show.
No, it's not, Dan.
Is anything actually good about Pokemon? The games are not.
The game is great.
Dan, the
OG
hater, as
game is great.
always.
And the card game was pretty fun.
Are you sure? I feel like Pokemon's all nostalgia.
No, the original RPG.
All right.
Red and blue. That shit was solid.
It peaked with gold and silver.
We're getting sucked in. Hey! Lock it up. Lock it in, lock it up.
Hey! Together. We knew we liked each other. We just knew it was a bad idea. And I knew that if we were potentially going to date, we'd have to keep it a secret. Nobody was allowed to know. Streamers as well were already starting to resent me.
Listen, I would admit the only episode that sucked for season 1 was it called Bye Bye Butterfree? Okay, yeah, Bye Bye Butterfree. That was overly emotional, whatever. Like, that episode sucked, but like, come on. Everything else, peak. Absolute peak. Pokemon peak.
Saying that it was a shitty thing that I moved Emmy in so fast and replaced Maya so quickly.
So he had just broken up with his longtime girlfriend.
Yeah.
And so the reason he's keeping a secret is to protect himself because he didn't want to be judged by his audience, frankly. And people online would be like, dude, what happened? How are you dating someone already? You're already living with someone else? Right? So he's, selfishly not.
People found out we were dating. I could be hated by my peers and lose what I created in OTK. It was the beginning of January of 2022. Emmy just had her huge party in an arcade celebrating her birthday on stream. Someone outside in the parking lot rammed into my Audi R8 and drove off. And while we,
dude, this is so good.
I know. You could just say car, you know.
That's my favorite part. Yo.
It was good. I don't know what they're on, says Reese Tiki. Yeah. Season 1 was good. I would really admit, maybe, I don't know, maybe if it was the best. I loved season 1. There were some good seasons. I think the reason why I'm wavering on saying it was the best is because I don't remember some of the other seasons. I'd have to go back and watch. But as far as I can remember, that's the one where I can name off like the best episodes, like the whole Sabrina arc with the Gengar, Ghastly, and Haunter. Like, that was a great episode. There's so many good ones. I mean, the very first episode is pretty great. I love the first one. Then you had the whole Dragonite aspect. Who was it? Blaine. I remember there was the whole Blaine section where I think that's where he finally got his Charizard, right? Was the whole Blaine battle with Magmar. A lot of really cool stuff. At least I think.
Oh, someone ran into my Audi R8 fully loaded. Fully loaded, y'all.
Someone ran into my 2024
perforated leather seats.
Yeah.
Sick.
Audi R8.
Air shocks. Sick. High performance, guys.
I didn't fear to get everyone out and make sure everything is okay. My first concern was Emmy. I wanted her to be safe. The cops came, the drunk driver did have a gun, and was sentenced to 3 to 5 years in prison. Me and Emmy were terrified that night. And on the way home, I grabbed her hand, and she grabbed mine. And we knew we were trying.
Bro, shut the fuck up. This is not the Notebook, okay?
God.
Just respond to the allegations.
Mama bonded, and we didn't want to let go. We would...
Why are you saying this? Why are you writing like a middle school poetry?
Like fan fiction, bro. It's crazy.
Seriously,
Thank you, Bobby.
bro.
That's
Cut to
right.
the fucking chase.
Keep them on track. Bo.
Jesus Christ.
wake up together, stream together, and hang out with each other all night. She quickly became my best friend, and someone that I felt for the first time I was in love with. I remember one day I left my house.
Why are you telling us this? Why?
She called me just so we can...
And I think they'll mention it, but like, what a jab is that at his previous girlfriends as well, to like be like, well, you know, Emmy was the first girl I've ever loved, and it's like, sheesh, that's kind of brutal to throw out maybe some of your exes for them to be like, wow, okay, interesting thing to decide to say there.
Be on the phone together, and...
By the way, he has donation text to talk on.
Yeah, I noticed the TTS happening. That's
fucking pretty fascinating.
He doesn't
And chat,
know.
by the way, I noticed Annie, when she did hers, did the impossible. I know people, especially Hassan, thought this could never be done, but she had it on emoji only mode from the beginning. How nice was that of her?
No, please.
How crazy. Brilliant.
And we were playing a song called Falling in Love with You with Elvis came on.
Bro, stop right
I
now.
don't need to know your song.
I demand you
dude.
stop. I demand it.
Oh my God, this is brutal.
I
Cares.
felt
I
that love.
expected somehow.
First
I
time I
was
felt love for a girl,
really
and
expecting
I
you to
thought
do that.
I'd want it to never let it go.
Oh, this is especially douchey. He just got out of a relationship for like, he was in like 3 years with this girl, Maya.
Right.
By all accounts, very nice
She's the animal
girl.
sanctuary girl, right?
Yeah.
He goes, for no reason, right? The only person he's going to hurt is her by saying this. He goes, it's the first time I ever felt love for a girl.
Right. I
Why
didn't
did
consider
why
that,
did
yeah.
you say that? There was no reason for you to say that.
Here's
We were
a
playing a song
long-term
called Falling in
public
Love with You with
relationship.
Elvis came on,
Here.
and I felt that love. First time I felt love for a girl, and I thought I'd want it to never let it go.
Bro, why would you disrespect your ex like that? It's just so rude.
Yeah, it's
I'm sure
very
she doesn't give a
rude.
fuck by now. She's moved on.
Oh yeah,
But it's just like, what are you doing, bro?
yeah. It's just like brutally rude to throw that at an ex. Like just why even bring? I just don't know why even bring it up. Is maybe the fact that he just didn't realize that that could be viewed as as an insult towards her, but he thought it might sound good to say that about Emmy. Like, is there an aspect of him that is still somehow expecting that Emmy is going to come back to him and is okay with anything? You know what I mean? Isn't that kind of, it's just like, why take a jab at that at an ex? Like, unless he views that as a positive. But then no, I guess he doesn't want Emmy because he has a new current girlfriend, which is why, who might be going through some of this crap, which is why Emmy put out the video. So that is the weird thing that I've noticed about this entire video and his reaction to everything is he's very like, to an extent, he seems as though he still cares about her, but like, I don't know how much of it is that I don't know how much of it is that he actually cares about her and is trying to win her back to an extent, or if he's trying to be overly nice and overly sentimental to just try and make himself look like the good guy. I think that might actually be it, is that maybe he's just being overly sentimental, overly nostalgic of the good parts of their relationship because he's trying just to like garner people's sympathy and people's like, oh well, you know, you were so nice about some of these things. Yeah, maybe Emiru was wrong on some of these things. I think that might be more the case, is he's just trying to be like super manipulative over things when he's just an a-hole.
Jeez, what a dickhead.
We started to date officially in January of 2022, and up until my cancellation, everything was perfect. She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all.
How the fuck do you throw your phone on your bed?
Flinging his shit
in
around.
such a careless way that you hit her in the face.
Give her a black eye.
Like, dude,
Just
why
chucking that shit across the room? Like, I just,
Why
don't,
even risk it?
I just don't believe that on his face. Like,
I don't either, because like if I'm throwing something near like the kids or the dogs or Hila, I'm throwing it in such a way.
Gentle.
First of all, not across the room.
Right.
It's like a couple feet, but I'm gently lobbing it next to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Imagine you're like, you got your phone, you're going to the bathroom, you're like,
yeah,
in her face. That would be
over because I was going to bed.
even if it's an accident.
I brushed my teeth.
He brought it up.
She's being stalked by guys.
24-hour security. It's
Just the titles of the videos. These people started the
Yeah, and that's what's exactly the thing I mentioned earlier, is just like, just if he's not being downright mean or rude or abusive, then he's being incredibly immature and negligent by just I don't even know how you just accidentally hit your girlfriend in the eye with your phone when she's on the couch anyways. I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's any good excuse here for that, in my opinion.
feel she was talking to them and come to our house to stalk her. These people thought in their heads they were dating her. They were out of their mind and dangerous. I told her, if we're going to be serious about this relationship, I need her to stop posting as much and to not farm these people.
Wait, hold on. Posting
She
as much?
agreed.
What is that?
So he just said that he thinks the reason she stalked is her short form content, and she needs to stop posting short form content because of that.
What is she posting?
Just like TikToks, you know.
Pull it up. Let's see.
But
There's
it's-
nothing.
So what they're getting at is that he was so controlling over her that even at an extent, he was telling her he wants her to stop making certain content, because I guess he claims he was telling her to stop doing it because he thinks that was drawing in her stalkers. But like, dude, that's not the only thing drawing the stalkers in. Like, just stopping her from making short form content. So again, more about this guy's terrible business acumen. He's telling his girlfriend to stop doing the thing that is generating her probably the most amount of money, which is like her short form content with her doing her cosplay stuff. Which, it's like, other than streaming, that's like probably a huge revenue generator for her, is social media with pictures and videos and stuff. And it's like, come on, dude. She's not making like adult content. She's making pictures of her just looking like Tifa or something. You know what I mean? From Final Fantasy VII. It's just ridiculous. It's just him wanting to be controlling to me. He could have said he tossed it or threw his phone, says Reese Tiki. I don't know if that would have made it any better. For giving your girlfriend a black eye, I don't know. I don't think that would have made it sound any better, at least to me. Um, I don't know. Now I don't know what you could say that would be a good excuse to give your girlfriend a black eye. I think the only time I've ever heard of like someone getting a black eye was like their kid accidentally, like I think I knew someone at one time whose kid accidentally like kicked her or like headbutted her because the kid was like a child, like a baby or something. And like I can understand you getting a black eye from like that, but like your significant other accidentally somehow giving you a black eye, I don't know.
It's not the.
I think the big thing is she's a cosplayer, right?
She
That's
does
like what she
post
kind of
cosplay.
was known for.
But yeah, it's definitely not her 8-hour live streams every day.
I'm being told yes, she was a cosplayer.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
mean-
pretty sure it's like cosplay stuff.
Yeah,
which-
it is. Yeah, I got it.
I mean that's her,
Stop
that's her business.
posting.
That's
So
her-
basically, if I had to guess, he didn't like what she was wearing, and he was jealous.
I would have never guessed that he was such a weirdo, controlling loser. But I guess you can be anyone. You
Could be
never.
anybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just doing like anime girl stuff. It's like
That's Luna Snow from Marvel
That's Luna
Rivals.
Snow from Netscape. I can't.
NetEase, bro.
also like
Netscape.
I love that fucking
also, bro, like again,
The heck was that? That weird
reopen
foot. What was that weird foot thing?
140,000 likes. So I mean, this is her business.
Yeah, look at her views. They're all like millions.
Yeah, here's
Exactly.
that had a lot of views, man. This is part of her business.
He's like, you need to stop this.
Stop posting as much.
Which I think she did before they were ever together too. So it's like you knew what you were
Yeah.
signing up for,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, people are. Yeah, I forgot about that. Talking about, remember Jonah Hill and his whole relationship with the surf instructor?
Yeah.
And he got exposed for like he was having like a meltdown because she would post. Everybody was saying you herself to dress.
For anyone that was near her, she agreed that she wouldn't want to hurt anyone else and knew that posting these types of TikToks and posts can mess with us and is
So
something I'm not
manipulative.
Because
This is
you
manipulation
posted-
too. Yeah.
You posting extremely popular content on TikTok, which I think the reason he didn't like it is because it made him feel small, is putting us all in danger.
Yeah, it's not that I don't want you to. It's I'm the good guy looking out for everybody's
Yeah.
safety. You have to stop what you're doing to protect everyone else.
with as a guy. I told her if we were going to be serious about this relationship, I need to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. And then there was more stress on top.
that was
of
the
this.
origin of
We both had
coconuts
to
and
hide the
divorce.
relationship from everyone.
Right,
Anyone-
yeah.
Coconuts in your divorce.
Oh no, coconuts are your divorce.
Because Hila, I forget even what she was. She wasn't even in a bathing suit. It was just like
Yeah,
it was like a tube top or something.
Yeah, it was
like
nothing.
so funny.
Found out or was known, I can get in a ton of trouble with OTK. We had a doggy door between our rooms just so we can hide it from everyone else.
Wait. They had a doggy door in between their rooms? That's weird.
I would
That's
like to
bizarre.
get further
What?
ahead
Hold
to
on,
the
hold on.
sexual assault stuff.
The relationship
We'll
from
keep
everyone.
going.
If anyone found out or was known, I can get in a ton of trouble with OTK.
I saw Asmongold react to this, and he's like, he's completely lying. We wouldn't have cared at all.
Yeah, why would they? Why would they care if two people date?
He's
It doesn't make any sense.
I think he's trying to allude to the fact that like they're in the same org.
Yeah.
It would be super unethical. But Asmongold's like, if we wouldn't care. You would just sign something.
Yeah.
I think
Like-
it's the Maya stuff. Like,
That's the real reason.
yeah, I mean, well,
Is that
he's-
his fans would get mad at
Yeah.
him. It had nothing to do with OTK. Those guys don't give a fuck.
We had a doggy door between our rooms
What?
just so we can hide it from everyone else, including my roommates. We would lock the doors to avoid our roommates finding out. That stress alone.
You have
would drive-
roommates?
Yeah. There's multiple people living there.
This was like a content house.
Yeah.
But they're rich. Don't get a fucking roommate with a doggy door.
I think he
The
means
doggy
like,
boy,
I
you're
think he means
doing-
like a Jack and Jill bathroom type thing, where
Yeah,
there's a door connecting
definitely.
two bedrooms.
But why the fuck would you share a room if you're a millionaire? That's so pathetic.
No,
No, I don't think they're
not
sharing a room.
roommates.
He said
they don't-
roommates.
Well,
I think they just mean
housemates.
living housemates.
They
Okay,
live in the same-
housemate or roommate?
Well,
Roommate
roommate doesn't
just
mean
means
you
We had a
share.
doggy door between our.
No, roommate.
I see what you're
is different
saying.
than housemate. I've had roommates. They live in the room.
Sometimes people just use roommate
always
for
just used
generally
roommates.
somebody that you live with.
Yeah.
but I see what you're saying.
Just so we
Housemates
can
then.
hide it from everyone else, including my roommates. We would lock the doors to avoid our roommates finding out. That stress alone would drive anyone mad. But our love for
that
each other was
stress.
strong, and we
That's
knew we
stress.
could handle it. So, in September in 2022, a lot of you guys know, I was canceled by Trainwrecks and others, trying to claim I covered up sexual assault. It was proven wrong, but that destroyed my mental health.
So by the way, he went like on a victory tour like 2 days before this, and just like, see guys, they didn't do
Right.
anything, and then
Right,
this
he
whole
was,
new
he
one
was
came out.
high grounding.
Oh
what's
my
his
god,
name? Ludwig.
the
Ludwig.
most short-lived redemption arc of all time. Holy fuck!
Felt like my
Yeah.
brain cracked, and I was never the same since. I was suicidal, depressed, and I
Oh, woe is me. This is the part where he starts getting into like, everything's poor me, you know. Oh, these sexual assault allegations, they put so much stress on me. Me. Dude,
didn't know what to do with my own life. Emiru was one of the only people that were there for me. She did sponsors to go with me to Japan. She went with me anywhere I needed because she wanted me to be happy. She knew sometimes I freaked out. I lashed out.
Did she do that on her own will, or did you guilt her into not taking those sponsors so she could go with you to Japan?
Right, yeah.
Well, no matter how you spin it, she did something really nice.
No, she did it, yeah.
Me, and she knew I was in a terrible mental place. It got so bad that stress and constant talking about the same things over and over and no sleep and depression.
It's like, okay, like, you're talking all these good things about Emiru, and, like, she was there for me when this happened and this happened. It's like, okay, so why didn't you try and be a better boyfriend and make things work out with her? Why did you give her a black eye from throwing your phone, which you readily admitted happened? Why did you drive 150 miles an hour in a car with her and make it seem as though you guys could crash and kill both of you, which you readily admit also in this video too? Why did you sexually assault her, which I think you almost, in my opinion, readily almost admit to. I can think of the word admit, which hopefully we get to, but it's
that
just
most
like,
of my hair started.
Like, again, it's all like an emotional tie. He's trying to play the victim and say like, oh, you know, we were such a good couple and I was so good to her and things just didn't work out. And it's like no, you were a bad boyfriend. That's why things didn't work out.
The fallout, and Emiru started to hurt herself while we were in Japan.
Okay, when I first heard that, I was like, dude, why would you, if that's true, that is not your information to share.
Right.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you say that?
You clearly don't care about her.
And again,
why did you say that?
He wrote this out first.
Yeah, I can't believe he prepared it, and it's still this shitty. Like, he could have had someone look over it, maybe.
Then there's a surprise.
Amazing that first year, but
shut up.
Oh, nice little. Thanks for the replay there.
I'm so gay.
I'm
As
so
we skated
gay, bro. Nobody's laughing.
Such a
Only
weird
gay men cry, bro.
Such a weird thing to say.
Doesn't that mean you're gay?
Like, nobody's fucking laughing, dude. Nice try, douchebag. You wish you were gay, like me. Because
Hey, no, we're not gay. We figured it out.
yeah, I'm deeply closeted.
You're bi-curious.
No, I'm deeply bi-curious. Eating the horse.
Yeah,
Do it. You had reaction ever. Reaction.
through half of this.
Those rabbits.
Came over and said, "No."
Those rabbits was well within his power to intervene, but
It's so pathetic. The rabbit thing really, like, I was like,
Yeah.
God. I'm not even gonna respond to this shit. I'll play it, but I'm not even gonna fucking respond.
Neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they.
So this is another thing that he points to as to, I guess, being a W on his behalf, is that rather than tackle the sexual assault allegations, he decides to go after her for having a couple of her rabbits die over a period of time because she's a bad pet owner. A total odd deflection, but okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, he gets into it, but he, like, it's just an odd place to take things, that she's a bad pet owner.
And I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail.
Dude, there's
She
checks
completely
in the fucking
neglected
chat.
those rabbits.
Just keep
So
saying
much that
seven.
many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house.
What
My
is this,
cleaning ladies
man?
would clean them just because they felt terrible. And my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you."
Okay, cool. That's weird thing to say also
oh my god,
about your brother and about her and about yourself, frankly.
7777777.
Here is a video up
Now he's like really, he's so committed to the rabbit thing.
close of
Look in here.
Emiru's rabbits. These are small little mites that are inside the rabbit cage, and she didn't care. She completely
Bro,
neglected
she
these
accused you of sexual assault. Okay? What do we care about the rabbits? That's got nothing to do, man. You've been accused of sexually assaulting, stalking, harassing, violence, manipulation,
domestic violence.
domestic violence. Like, what the fuck? Who cares about the rabbits? Are in a different conversation, my friend.
He's like, I did that, but what about the rabbits?
What about the
It's
wascally
so
rabbits?
pathetic, man. What the hell, dude?
animals, and I'm not going to sit around and let people say that she didn't. People who came to
Okay.
my house knew that they were neglected. This is an up-close view of the rabbit cage being completely disgusting and neglected. She left them to die, and I'm not going to...
Also, all super rich. Just get someone to clean the fucking rabbit cage, Mizkif, if you cared that much. Not that it matters, because it's totally irrelevant. You want to have a conversation about the rabbits? Go ahead. But doing it now is pathetic and transparent.
Well, his brother, he says his brother sent him this video. I think that's kind of telling. Why was his brother sending this video to him, like, to complain about her. Like, that's really weird to me. It seems like, I don't know, like she needs to take better care of the house or something. She needs to, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird that he has this. His brother was just patrolling like that.
Who is his brother, a creator or someone?
I don't know.
Now, the one thing I will admit, plus she already called him out on that he would pull this up, said said Veronica. I will say that video of the bunny stuff is, I don't want to kind of like totally sweep that under the rug. That is something weird. The fact that you can see mites and what looks to be dirty, you know, a poop or something from the rabbits. It's just there's no context with that. Like, I don't know. I do think that's a problem if she or him were being terrible pet owners and letting mites get all over their bunny rabbits and stuff. Like, yeah, that's a problem. I don't know the context behind that. You know, where that came from.
Sit here and have her.
He is or isn't?
Yeah.
So he's kind of bringing his bro into this.
Pretend she didn't. It's fucking disgusting. This is a video.
Yeah,
from
but
my
you
own
sexually assaulted her, she said, and you don't think that's something to address? Maybe first, up front, not the rabbit cage?
brother. I didn't record this. I would tell her to take care of them all the time, but to no avail. She completely neglected those
How about you worry
rabbits.
about taking care of your girlfriend? Checkmate, atheist.
I guess he's not a streamer, by the way. His brother. Is my thing.
Okay.
So much that many died just over a year or two of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt bad, and my brother once came over and said that if I marry her, he'll never forgive me. Emiru wouldn't clean the cages, and the smell became so bad that we started to have the rabbits just be outside. I told her if that's the case, she's got to make sure she's giving them water, because they are her responsibility. Instead, these rabbits were left outside in 100-degree heat with no food.
You let that happen? Like, even you, it's her responsibility.
Yeah.
Like, you would let that happen where these animals are cooking outside and you're like, hey, it's her responsibility. That's pretty crazy. That's true.
Or water or anything. Most of the time being in cages with no bedding besides poop all over the place. Emmy didn't care. She would sit inside and play League of Legends all day. And what this showed me is that I don't want her to be my children's mother. And
Bro, what are you talking about? Listen, this rabbit stuff, it sounds bad, right? If it's even true.
Yeah, and I think Ethan and them, everyone it seems like is on the same boat with me. The rabbit stuff, that's very weird. All of that's a problem, sure. That's something that definitely someone needs to look into. If rabbits are just end up just dying everywhere because you guys are owning them, or she owned them, then yeah, somebody needs to look into that. But like, that has nothing to do with the, you know, as much as I love the rabbits, that has nothing to do with the allegations of sexual assault and everything as a whole. You know, if you wanted to turn this rabbit thing into an actual problem, then you need to have taken more evidence and more pictures of what was going on. You know what I mean? Just a single picture of some poop with some ticks on it, you know, that's pretty bad. But if you need a lot more than that, you know, in my opinion, for it to feel relevant.
However, you know what's interesting? Him bringing it up now is almost going to like, because nobody's going to take this rabbit thing seriously now. He
Well, he doesn't care about the rabbits.
Yeah, obviously. He's doing it to hurt her or to muddy the water. So,
well, here's the truth. I wasn't
want to be farther and farther from her. I would use her for content, but after streams...
Why do you say that? Why would you say you use her for content? That's bizarre, man.
Want to be alone. I didn't know how to break up with her or end things. She was a co-owner of my org, the only person I knew, and the strain of the relationship and hiding the relationship was really taking a toll on me.
Oh.
On top of that, the stalkers were getting worse. One stalker came to my house, and I had to point a gun at him for 30 minutes.
The stalking became so bad, I became one of them.
If this is the same situation she's talking about in her video, she said that he's bullshitting about how it played out, that someone else stepped in, not him.
So, she's saying he's totally lying about this and somebody else that saved her and kept the stalker at gunpoint or something.
Until the cops came. These stalkers are no joke. And the pressure from the relationship, the anger I felt, and the stalkers...
Listen, the stalkers sound scary, but it sounds like the threat was coming from inside the house.
Yeah, and also, if you think it's stressing you out, how do you think she feels, you know, besides having these stalkers coming for her? But also, she's living in a house where she has to deal with you. She moved out from Kansas to live with you, and now she has this pressure of her not performing. She might lose her whole career if she doesn't appease you. So, yeah, whatever you think you're going through, imagine what the fuck she's going through. It's, you know, not even comparable.
As a whole really made us lash out at each other. She would tell me that she doesn't realize what she's doing, that she didn't understand what she was doing wrong. But I would constantly tell her, on and off stream, that she needs to do more because these stalkers are getting worse. I know I wasn't perfect with my language
should
or
do more.
tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't. And I was aggressive at times.
Okay, doesn't sound very good.
In regards to being controlling.
Yes, I got extremely angry and aggressive. Aggressive? Were you angry or aggressive? Because aggressive implies some type of violence.
Right.
Right? Like some kind of physical, I don't know. He said aggressive.
Told her many things.
Hate to break it to you, but I guess if you're worried about stalkers or things of the sort, he probably chose like the worst industry to possibly be in that causes people to get stalked. I mean, being a just being a constantly online 24/7 streamer seems like the absolute worst thing, and then he goes out of his way to date girls who are online as well with him. It's like, I don't know, man. It's her fault that the stalkers got worse. How can you stop people from stalking you, says Veronica Rose. Yeah, especially when you're like an online person. You're an online personality. How can you stop stalkers? Like what are you expecting her to do other than just not be a streamer or content creator anymore? Which, okay, but then that eliminates your income. I just, why are you dating? You should have known that before dating an internet personality.
I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole, stop talking about past relationships, and yes, I didn't want her to travel without me.
Why?
That whole
I also said
fucking sentence is so loaded. I wanted her to dress older. She couldn't travel without me. Like what? It's like
he snuck that one at the end. That one's the weirdest. Like, bro, what what? Don't travel without me? What? Stop talking about your exes.
Yeah,
and traveling without me.
Yeah.
And when we took a walk, I told her to stand behind me. Dress older? I mean, bro, you know who she is. Not that she doesn't dress old. Listen, I'm not super familiar with her outfits and stuff.
She wears these pajamas pants, and that's kind of one of her brand things. She always wearing these pajamas
How's that
pants.
dressing older?
No, he's saying to dress older.
Right. I know this is because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get assaulted. I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep
You
her
did all
safe.
that stuff to her.
And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then, that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling.
Who are
and
you
I should've
apologizing to?
Talk about the allegations!
Is he apologizing to her? Doesn't sound like it.
And what are you apologizing for? Just the things she alleges, or the things you're saying you did? It's very confusing.
Not the stuff she's alleging.
ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person. And I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry things got.
Shut up.
The last 9 months of this.
He's like, did we get any big donations?
TTS
Can we get some 7777 voice chats, please?
Oh man, that's a
relationship. Things got
horrible
extremely
fake
fucking toxic. I told her to move out. She didn't move out on her own. I told her to move out because I wanted space, but she still wanted me around at all times. She would get upset if we didn't sleep together or if we weren't around. She always wanted me to drive over to her house, but I never wanted to because I wanted to be alone. And that
By the
increased
way,
our fights.
interestingly, she put out DMs of him begging her to come back into a relationship with him. So, kind of an interesting context.
But these things that he's saying now, that she wanted him around and whatnot, while they were being in a relationship, that's not weird. That's not weird
So,
at all.
no, he's saying I think he's saying they must have broke up if he's trying to kick her out of the house.
Maybe, yeah.
If I'm just trying to understand as well.
That's the only reason I was
depressed. They started to take pictures of me whenever I would drive to her house. They knew my every movement. I couldn't take it.
What?
Between the rabbits, the stalkers, and the overall ability to handle situations with each other, I knew.
Let's see. Veronica Rose says dressing older is not going to stop stalkers from stalking you. They want to get to you regardless of what you wear. Just from, yeah, 100% agree.
Was there like an army of stalkers? They have like infrastructure. They're like filming. What's happening? She has like, according to him, there's like a group of stalkers doing security against other stalkers.
Yeah.
It's a stalker pyramid
scheme.
Yeah, stalker pyramid scheme.
Last, but I didn't know how to get out of the relationship. She did not want to move out. As for me telling Cheddar to leave my house, he was swatting at Chompy constantly and making him bleed. I not only was the one that wanted her to move out first, I was the one that wanted the cat out of the house because he was attacking my cat.
What about the time you sexually assaulted her?
Every month went by the last year, and our fights started to get louder. We were breaking up with each other almost weekly. Fights were getting more aggressive.
Wait,
and
so they're back
shouting
together then?
Yeah, they were in a relationship at the time.
When they broke up, got back together.
Began to increase. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and
Oh, those plushies have to have had those. I bet you those hurt a lot. having someone gently and daintily throw a plushie at you. Like, come on. Well, first off, I don't personally believe that, and second off, a plushie is not the same as a phone. You know what I mean? Like, get out of here with that. Soft. You can't take a plushie. Man up.
Wait for his next sentence. It's great.
Hold on. Have you ever had a plushie thrown at you? Dan, before you judge. Sometimes they have like little beads.
That's
Like
true. The eyes. If the eyes get you in the wrong spot, it can hurt.
Yep. That can really fuck you up. One time
Oh my god!
Hey, Nate! You just assaulted him. Ah! I want you to know that this embroidery is pretty hard. It's a little bit hard.
Hey!
Heads up, love. I'm about to assault you.
Go for it.
I missed.
That was a bad throw.
All right, anyway.
I think a
So
phone
he was
would be
assaulted
harder
with
on
plushies,
Jesus,
which, you know, is the
Veronica.
same thing as
Absolutely.
giving her a black eye. But okay, go on,
I
Katie.
don't-
That's insane to say.
Obviously,
Wow,
a
that's quite
plushie
meme.
is...
His next sentence is...
This is a lifetime meme.
That's kind of an insane
thing.
thing.
Huh?
Those
It's kind of an insane thing to bring up when talking about someone throwing stuff at you. It's like, okay. Oh no, for real, the eyes are meteors, says Veronica Rose. Yeah, on some of those things, I agree.
These are all weapons.
Also, how hard do you think she was throwing them? Like,
Right.
you've seen how her size and like her demeanor. How hard do you think she was throwing those?
So bad, but Emmy was also violent.
She also struck me with her pillow. We had a pillow fight once, and she struck me super hard with her pillow.
He's like, yeah, I chucked my phone at her a few times, but she bruises easy. But plushies, fucking
Yeah, those are deadly.
Yeah.
She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
Oh,
Those are not the same things, dude. Why would he say? Why would he say that? Like, he wrote that down. Why would he say that?
When I was seeing clips at first, I thought he was already live, and he got caught like off guard and was saying stupid shit. But then when I found out he went,
I mean, I did that with my brother by throwing a plush at him, and I actually got him by the forehead because of the eyes. And Reese, oh, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she committed the most heinous crime of this whole thing.
live to make this statement, I'm like, what the fuck?
Listen,
Did this as well numerous times. She would constantly say she's going to kill us.
bro, tell a therapist, okay?
He's saying this in response to the driving thing, I believe, about him driving 150.
herself in arguments, and I have a picture where while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers who came to my house while she was in Kansas, she told me she was going to kill herself out of aggression of the situation while it was happening. And I'm just going to leak everything because I don't really care.
Why?
Wait.
So this is hilarious because she's in the middle of like a situation that's insane. In a situation where you're in that like weird of a state, saying that is not that crazy. It's not weaponized towards you like you've been doing.
I just don't know why he's saying all this. It doesn't help him at all. He looks like a monster.
Yeah, she's distressed because she has these stalkers coming after her, and she says she's going to kill herself. Versus him driving 150 miles an hour down the highway, about to careen off the road, saying I'm going to kill myself and you.
That's probably a crime, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, besides the speeding, but like I feel like that's threats with like with a deadly object.
I think it's assault. Too.
Yeah, I
Might
mean,
be,
I feel like it could be interpreted that way because he was well within a position to cause serious harm.
Right.
I mean, that's not that different than like pointing a gun at someone.
Exactly. Like it's threatening them.
Well, and going
That's
150
crazy.
miles per
That's
hour.
crazy that he would think he could bring that up.
You know, like goddamn, y'all, we got to take our safety seriously.
That was Mizkif in the closet. He'd be like, you fucking idiot. You see the situation you got me into right now?
Yeah, right.
I hope he kills you first.
This is the situation. I told her that a stalker's at the house. I'm freaking out.
He's
What's happening?
showing-
Can you call me?
Oh my god. He's showing the text.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Like
I'll call
he
you.
thinks this is some like he's dropping receipts right now. Like
I literally want to kill myself. I can't take this anymore. I feel so alone and like a problem.
Wait, she's just going through something really terrible.
yeah, this is not. Oh my god.
Nice, dude. You
Lost in
owned
the
her.
sauce, dude.
So
You just
Yeah, so he thinks he's showing off some like dirt here with the receipts. He's showing some good stuff, and like almost immediately the stuff he's showing is like her talking about possible self-harm stuff, which it's like I mean, you could again self-harm, obviously terrible thing, but like you could make an argument that stuff is brought on because of how terrible you treating her and she's in an abusive relationship. And you can make an argument that like he is a major contributing factor to these things. Obviously, those should be taken extremely seriously on her behalf. but I don't think that paints her out to be the bad person. That paints her out to just be somebody in a bad situation who is suffering in a way, you know? Like I don't know what exactly he thinks this is doing for him.
Just want to show this. She was also using the "I want to kill myself" a lot in our situation.
Hold on.
Like a vastly
that
different
wasn't
situation.
directed to you. Like, if you leave, I'm going to kill myself.
Exactly.
That's a world of difference, my dude. What a what the fuck?
Relationship. I knew that the relationship wasn't healthy at this point. I knew we had to end it, and soon. One day, Emmy posted a very provocative picture, one that she knew I would hate.
He's like, oh, here's a picture of Emmy talking about KYSing herself. Me showing how miserable she was because she was dating me, I guess.
I gotta know how tame this picture was.
Right, yeah.
Upset. She admitted that she made me upset with it, and we got into a heated argument, and I broke up with her. We broke up for about a month, then got back together because we thought we can make it work. We went to get food at BJ's, and then we went back to her house.
Why does it matter that you went to BJ's?
We went to BJ's in my R8.
Yeah, bro, and we ordered.
I got a deep dish pizza and the Jeremiah red
That's right.
Ale.
Huge tip. We left a big tip.
She got something too expensive, of course.
She got lobster. Shit, bro. You need to get your shit and order, my boy.
Look at you, 8th grader?
We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong.
Oh, here we go. So this is him finally talking about the sexual assault allegations.
Wrong in general.
Oh, this is
I got scared and left the house.
So hold on.
I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable.
So hold on.
Immediately sprung up
Their recounting of this is very different.
and was scared if I did anything wrong on her stream. 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream.
So what she said, I remember. She said she was crying because they got in a fight or something, and he started kissing.
Breakup.
He started kissing her face, and she said she let it happen because she was just too.
So yeah, I guess the timing of this is that. So this is post their first breakup, and I guess apparently they decide to get back together not long after the breakup, and I guess this is right during the second time they got together, but apparently things immediately were not going well, and I think is the timing of this, of the allegations here.
And left the house.
So hold on.
I
This
apologize
is the.
if that made Emmy uncomfortable.
So hold on.
Immediately sprung up
Their recounting of this is very different.
and was scared if I did anything wrong on her stream. 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream.
So what she said, I remember. She said she was crying because they got in a fight or something, and he started kissing.
Breakup.
He started kissing her face, and she said she let it happen because she was just too much of a mess to stop him. And then she said he put his hand in her pants. Right? That's what she said happened. And then she screamed, and he jumped off. So let's see what he says.
And I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted.
That's gross.
Well, no matter how you
Was
cut
she
it,
sobbing?
it doesn't seem like now's the time for sex.
Yeah.
No.
Right? Like in your story.
Her version of this, they are broken up.
Oh, okay, so this is in between the breakup and the getting back together is when the assault she claims happened. So okay, so yeah, I guess time frame now. So this isn't them back together, but it is post their breakup. So she is feeling very depressed. I guess she's sobbing and feels awful because they're broken up or something, so she's brokenhearted. And I guess now he thought was the perfect time to try and get some while she's like totally broken up about the relationship and being miserable. I guess he doesn't know how to read the room, I guess.
Yes,
What I'm
They're
understanding.
having like a post-relationship like closure.
But it sounds like to
conversation.
be,
I think it was, yeah, the
there's
month
lots
after,
of back and forth.
Yeah,
Right.
the month after the photo breakup.
But yeah,
Regardless, if she's there crying her eyes out,
exactly.
and you guys are arguing or whatever, now is not the time for sex. So like, your story is kind of weird, even that way. I advanced to the next level. I thought it's what she wanted.
Yeah.
What?
It's a crazy line.
What
Like-
about? Can you explain what about? Her?
Yeah. What made you think that?
All right.
She yelped, and I immediately.
Okay, so he acknowledges that she screamed in horror and yelped.
Yelped.
So yeah, he, I'll be safe. In my opinion, he basically here is admitting that it happened. He says she yelped. She was scared that I was doing something that she didn't want, And then he says, so I got scared and I ran out of the house. So you assaulted her. Again, I don't know for sure, but that seems pretty sus, right? None of that seems, the way he's describing it on his end, it doesn't make him seem all that good, in my opinion.
Right? So, like, that's clearly not what you wanted.
No.
In any world.
Sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong or did wrong in general. I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable.
You got scared?
Because he knew he fucked
He
up.
knew he fucked up. He's admitting it right there.
So he's admitting, he's kind of admitting.
He is corroborating exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And he's also admitting the only reason he did it was because he thought she wanted to, which indicates that there was no obvious signs.
Right.
I imagine that she wanted to have
exactly.
sex with him.
That's what he's saying, pretty much. It's nuts.
Huh. So I guess he's not. Is he even disputing?
Doesn't say.
No,
yeah,
he's
not really.
he's
Not-
corroborating.
Yeah, no,
I guess he said
confirming.
they were cuddling and making out beforehand.
They were
He
kissing.
didn't. He said kissing. She also mentioned kissing, but she said he was
kissing her face.
Yeah, like comforting kind of kissing, you know.
Fascinating. You didn't even. Okay. Wow. Poggers. I'm just saying that because I see the frog. Poggers, bro. Is this Poggers moment, Dan?
This is certainly not Pogger.
That's yeah.
This is definitely not.
I don't know what that means.
Also, this is like
just
sort
for the
of-
record. I don't even know what that means, guys.
It's
You don't know what Poggers means?
I'm not in the Poggers world. I'm in the W world.
Oh, I forgot. You're a W guy.
W.
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 All right, we're getting close. Let's look. Come on, get it.
One other thing about what he says here is just, I mean, I guess we're all convinced here already, but he says that he's comforting her, he's like kissing her, and then how did he word it? He wants to take it to the next
step.
level or
The next
step.
stage.
Next base.
Which the next step is immediately shoving her hands down her pants. That's
And I feel like I also gotta say, like, how do you read the room so badly with her when you've dated her prior? It just doesn't make any sense. He says, like, you would think after your breakup, like, just how do you not understand what her messages are and what her, like, how she typically reacts in her emotional state? I don't know. It's so weird. How did he misread when, like, you guys dated? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying you have to know everything about your former significant other, but I feel like you would have a base understanding when they've been broken up for less than, what did he say? Less than a month or something like that. It's like, I don't know. Very weird to me. I don't understand how he. I don't know. It's just fascinating to me.
Yeah. In his mind.
And this is why I hesitated to call it allegations anymore, because at this point he admitted to it. Both
Right.
sides admit to what happened.
Yeah, they're both
so he
pretty
did
much
do
agreeing.
this. Like,
he's just saying, yeah, this happened and it wasn't that big.
Poggers
a
world.
he does not have SA allegations anymore.
I'll be
He
honest. Until this
essays on
podcast
it.
episode,
yeah.
I've never heard the
Yeah,
word
in my
poggers. I didn't know that was like a thing. I guess
Very
people
aggressive,
say.
Even if you're like, let's have sex. I think she wants to have sex. I want to have sex. Let's do this.
Yeah.
That's a little aggressive.
That's
I
what
mean,
that's what I was
hand in
trying
the
to
pants,
say.
yeah,
It's
that's-
just like that's not that. There's a few stages between there. Generally.
He has a track record of this with the other girl, Kyuko.
Right.
What
Which
did
was
she?
Right.
she was fully blackout
Oh, yeah,
drunk.
that,
so he
that.
clearly does not comprehend what consent is at all.
Yeah.
He
Because
just seems to have poor self-control, impulse control,
yeah,
For real.
to say the least, yeah.
to say the least. Yeah.
For me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then. But we got back together soon afterwards, and we were both agreed we need to talk about our future, since it's been 3 years. One day, after staying over Emiru's house, Emiru made me breakfast, and she wrote down everything she wanted. She wrote she wants me to move closer to her. She wrote that she
cares?
wants me to marry her, and she wants kids with me in the next 5 years. And I just looked at this letter that was staring in front of me, and I just handed her back the paper. She began to cry, and I told her, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore. I went to her door, and as I opened it, the last words I ever heard her say is, don't go, I love you.
It's a form of saying "cool, nicer W." Says
This is a movie
Veronica.
from the 30s.
You are really
I
fucking
gotcha. I kind of
going
figured the
for
way
a world class
they were saying
apology
it.
here, sir.
Yeah.
And again, if that's true, it doesn't change anything.
Of course not.
Same-
And it just makes him look like a giant dick.
And again,
Mm-hmm.
same with the Kyuka thing. It started off and then they had a little fling, and then realization, right? So
Yep.
I took that letter and I wiped my ass with it in front of
shit
her.
on it and left it.
Yeah, why?
And then I threw a plushie at her.
What is he sharing this part of the story for?
Don't know.
Like, is he trying to sound cool?
I have.
Oh, brother, this
I think
guy's
he's trying to make it sound like
Veronica.
she was in love with me and she's a scorned lover. I rejected her. She's a scorned lover, and that's why she's doing all this.
A lot of abused women and men are in love with their abuser.
Yes.
It's just
Not according to him.
not relevant.
Not Mizkif.
Just not.
He says you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very weird. Like he's painting it out to be like he's the one that broke things off and that she's the weird one or something. It's very odd strategy. Very, I don't know. I don't understand what he's going for.
Last thing he
Also, I love it. It's like this girl, kind of the way he framed that. It's like as if she was making absurd demands. Having a 5-year plan.
Well, someone you've been dating for 3 years.
Is not. That is fair.
You've been dating for 3 years, brother.
It's very reasonable for her. To
So they said they were
5 years
gonna.
out.
They said they're gonna talk about their future, and then they did that. And he was like, "Oh, I don't
He's
like that."
This sounds awful. I'm leaving.
He said, "I'm out."
Woo!
Never.
Yeah, that sounds very. I didn't even realize that. I guess this is the first time I'm hearing that. So he essentially decided to break up with her after she asked him to sit down with her so that they could figure out what their future looked like. And I guess it sounds as though he like immediately was like, "Oh no, I'm not down for whatever that is," and just broke up with her. Which it's like, what could she have said that he didn't like? Like, what is she's just like, "Oh, in the next couple of years, I feel like that's pretty understandable for you and your significant other to like talk about is like your future. Like, what do you guys want? Is there a marriage? Is there kids in the future? What career-wise, what are you guys looking for in each other? Financially, I don't see any problem or issue with any of that. I would actually hope that's something me and my significant other would like sit down and talk about, honestly.
Talked to her in person since. I have messaged her numerous times wondering why I have been removed from OTK.
He's talking it up like
and I
a
was very scared
K-drama,
because
says
I didn't know what was
Veronica.
going on.
Exactly, yeah.
Nobody was talking to me or contacting me, and I have had so much regret. Times where I wanted to go back, times where I've drunk messaged her love letters, as you saw on stream. But after 10 months, I know we're much better off without each other. I did see her at a party once at Simply's house. The house was very small, and I opened the door. I said, "Whoops."
Yes, especially with so much instability, says Veronica Rose. Oh, no, that's a great point, Veronica. I mean, again, I'm saying that I would expect that either way without instability. That's a logical thing to sit down with your significant other on, but that might especially be important for someone who's in a relationship where it's super chaotic and super unstable, super not stable. I was gonna say unstable, that's not a word, where it's not stable. You know, you don't know what tomorrow looks like with this relationship because you guys have already broken up before. So, yeah, in that case, I would definitely agree. That makes more sense to have that conversation.
And proceeded to talk in the other room about what I possibly did wrong and began to bawl out and be depressed because I just saw my ex-girlfriend.
Damn,
I want to make
like you
it
were
very
in a party,
clear.
dog.
I was
Yeah.
not following her, nor lingering around her. I began therapy in February of this year with EMDR therapy, something she recommended me when we were dating. I'm
That's
very
good.
happy to say that I feel better than ever. I've also moved from Austin myself, and I've had a lot of trauma lingering from there as a whole, and
Oh,
I feel a
God.
lot better from that. If you're wondering if it's scripted, the answer is, of course it is. I wrote it out because I cannot...
Well, who cares? What is this thing about scripted? Of course. Like, are we grown-ups? If you have something important to say, write it. What are you talking about? We all went to school for how long? We write shit. You plan. What are we doing?
I feel like audiences, especially Twitch audiences, like have a weird hang up about that. Not to like defend him.
I don't get
obviously,
it.
but like
I don't understand
understand
it.
why he's like feels the need to explain himself.
I don't at all.
I completely agree. I don't think it makes it less sincere to have your thoughts collected and written down before you speak. Now, he probably should have spent more time collecting his thoughts because that was not good.
No.
That was not
no,
good.
No, not really, no.
Freeball this. This is a very serious situation. I'm going to stand up for myself. I am going to defend myself in these situations. I'm not going away.
Damn, he's so
I have
brave.
no plans to go away. And I believe a lot of the
Chat
situations
Marvel
today were
Rivals?
absolutely
Yeah,
exaggerated.
someone's a Marvel Rivals now?
I have dozens of photos and videos, calls and messages as well, if she has them. I have things I will be leaking over the next few days of other people, of other things. I have a lot of messages that I have that I'm going to expose as time goes on because I do believe that
What are you waiting
this
for?
is time to go fucking
Yeah, what are you
This
waiting
is the
for?
open
I
threat.
want to make it very clear.
Yeah.
When it comes to Emiru, when she says that I was getting ready to go after her and that I was going to use her rabbits against her, that was never the plan.
You just did it.
My plan for myself was
You did
very
it.
simple.
You did that in this video we watched.
Yeah, yeah, you played yourself, buddy. He said the allegations that he would use her pets and stuff against other people, against her. Hold on, I gotta hear that again. Sorry, I got distracted.
Very
Did it.
simple.
You did that.
Going to expose as time goes on because I do believe that
What are you waiting
this
for?
is time to go fucking
What is
wild.
this? This is the
But
open threat.
I want to make
He
it
just
very
like
clear.
contradicted himself
When it comes to
100%,
Emiru,
right?
when she says that I was getting ready to go after her and that I was going to use her rabbits against her, that was never the plan.
You just did it.
My plan
You just
for
did
myself
that,
was
You did
very
it.
simple.
Emiru just called out what you were gonna do. Isn't that insane? How we were just talking about how it's insane that after that he read the situation wrong with the sexual assault, right? I was telling you how about, oh, it's insane that you, after dating this girl for, I don't know, a year plus whatever, it's insane that he wouldn't be able to read her and know her like mannerisms as to what she's open to or what she's wanting to do in the moment. And it's insane that he didn't learn anything about her for dating her for a period of time and got in trouble with that, with her. But then she turns around and is able, after that period of time, to also call out something she knows he's going to do. So he's not, she's the one that learns anything, and he can't learn anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane. Like, he can't read, he can't learn anything, but then she can be like, oh yeah, he's gonna try and use my pets or some other thing to try and come after me. It's like, okay.
You did that.
I see
in this
you.
video we watched. There was no relevancy to those rabbits.
Is he that
to
dumb,
what
says
happened.
Reese?
None. Zero.
If Emmy were to say something about me, I would say something back. That's it.
I don't know if he's that
literally
dumb.
what-
He's just using
That's
whatever
what
argument he
happened.
can
That's what
he
she
can
said.
find.
It's what you did. So
I don't think he's that dumb. Like I said, I think he's using the only thing he can think of to try and go after her for something. That was never the plan, bro. You can't be serious. It's Skylar. Yeah, it's not the plan, but you did that. I guess proofreading also went out the window, says Skylar.
what do you mean? What? Can I go back?
Use her rabbits against her. That was, but I want to make it very clear.
Make it very
when
clear.
it comes to Emiru, when she says that I was getting ready to go after her and that I
She said when it comes to Emiru saying I was going to retaliate against her.
was going to use her rabbits against her, that was never the plan.
That was never the plan.
But you did that.
She
Okay.
gave me a bad idea.
So what was the plan?
My plan for myself was very simple. If Emmy were to say something about me, I would say something back. That
She goes, the plan was never to use the rabbits against her in retaliation. The plan was to use something damning against her.
Trying to think, but nothing
Unspecified. Something damning unspecified against her.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
know.
the rabbits, maybe not.
That's called blackmail.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
straight up
it's-
blackmail.
I don't know if it's blackmail.
Well, if what he's saying,
It's scummy.
If you say something about me, I'm gonna say something about you. She knew that fact. In my opinion, that's blackmail. No,
Blackmail's when you
hold something above someone
Yeah,
else's head.
blackmail is when you
prevents
use
them
a
from saying
secret that you know about someone against them.
Yeah, love's right.
Yes, that's
extortion or coercion by
It's
threats,
exactly
especially
blackmail.
of public exposure or criminal prosecution. Well, that's like a okay.
when you use a secret or knowledge about
just
something or
being bold.
someone
The
to
action
get
treated
them
as a
to
criminal
do
offense.
something
Okay, so this is they're
against their
describing it as
will.
like a crime. Obviously,
The plushies being thrown, said Veronica. Oh no, don't bring up the plushies again.
it has a more colloquial meaning. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Manipulative,
Bad
weird.
guy.
But I just can't get over. He's like,
But
I
there's
didn't do
one
that.
thing I'm
What I
learning
did
from
is-
this. You know, that my next relationship is I gotta find someone who doesn't own any plushies. That's what I'm taking away from this video. I gotta find someone who can't attack me whenever they want with their plushie collection. There's no Kirby's getting thrown over here. I'll tell you what, man. Veronica Rose says that's what would be used against her. OFC, not the bunnies. Yes, that's her only thing she has. Is,
That.
the plushies.
I want to make it very clear.
Oh, that's
I
the only
never-
argument he has against her.
I never did that.
Trying to think, but nothing happens.
it. I never had a plan in my life to go after her or do anything. It was if she ever said anything, I would say something as well. Can you clarify what if anything was said?
What are you doing, man? If she ever came out against me, I would retaliate. What do you mean? That's what she said. That's what she said you did.
He goes off script here.
Hides my
by
plushie,
answering a
says
question
Reese
from
taking.
chat.
Uh-oh. We've seen what on script looks like.
Uh-oh. Reese is over here hiding the murder weapon. Don't hide him. The plushie is just like covered in blood from attacking your significant other with it. Just wailing on him.
I think it's definitely extortion. Or no, is it? I don't know. Who cares?
Whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Her team at TwitchCon.
It's douchey.
I said
it's
that
bad.
if she goes after me, then I will go nuclear, and that is exactly what I said.
That's also bad.
That's right.
And so again, you're saying if you come out against my abuse and the way I mistreated you, like why would she even do it unless she felt like it was a moral imperative? She gains nothing to do this. So if you come out, and
obviously something he was worried about, that he was stressing about. Like he knows he fucked up.
Yes, right. So if you say anything about me to expose me, I will go nuclear. That's what she said.
I
You
cannot
did.
believe he confirmed that.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Okay, I don't know.
Very good.
I don't know.
Yeah,
And
so
that's
he's
what's going to happen.
but he's basically confirmed so much from himself. He confirmed that he would use blackmail against her. He confirmed that he did sexually assault her, in my opinion. He confirmed that he did drive a bajillion miles an hour and scare the bejesus out of her with possibly getting them both killed. He confirmed that he was controlling over her and dictating what kind of content he wanted her to make, how she wanted to dress. I mean, what hasn't this guy confirmed to having done to mess with this poor girl? Like I don't like it's not a case where he's not even like he's not even like fighting against anything she said. He's just like, yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did that. Very odd strategy.
Because you can't mess with me anymore. I don't have anything to lose. I'm sorry, I don't.
That might be
Go
true.
after me all you want. I have nothing to lose.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. When you think you have nothing to lose,
That
there's
looks like a
always
pretty
more.
nice place there, Mizkif.
There's always
Right.
more.
Yeah, people who say that, they're always, I have nothing to lose. Oh, you have something to lose. You look like you're in a very nice apartment or house there. You're on probably a $2,000-$3,000 PC. You know, like you got a nice little bike in the background. I mean, you got a big it looks like you have a giant TV behind you leaning up against a TV stand. Like there's stuff people can lose. It's not you just acting like you're
There's always
untouchable.
more, especially when you're
It's a nice bike.
Nice bike.
nice bike. Be ashamed.
I'll say this proudly.
Somebody
Emiru
repoed it.
abused those rabbits. She did.
Okay,
if
who gives
you're
a-
in
that's
Austin,
nothing to do with
Texas,
you,
and you
bro.
want to say that she didn't abuse those rabbits at my house, you're lying. You know she
At
did,
my
but
house.
it's something that she claims that she didn't do, and people are trying to defend her from that. Like Asmongold, where he says that
Do you see how fucking dumb you are? It is completely irrelevant, my friend. Why are
I'll
you?
even go a step further. Maybe she didn't have the mental capacity or energy to take good care of her rabbits because her dickhead boyfriend was abusing the shit out of her this whole time.
Yeah,
Right.
that's kind of what
Yeah.
I think. Love.
Oh, did somebody say that? I'm sorry. I thought I was cooking there, but somebody already cooked.
No, it's a great moment. You restated a great moment there.
Yeah, love's right.
Love.
I like that. No, it's true.
Thank you, love.
Yeah.
Yeah, love's
I
right.
agree.
Yeah, I agree with you guys too.
For the most part, yeah.
I agree harder.
I disagree.
Yeah, love's right.
That's right. I disagree. I stand in opposition. That's it.
Hey!
one of her rabbits she took and brought around. What about the other 6 rabbits that died? Why was
You.
That's really the only argument he has against her is that, yeah, the rabbit situation was kind of weird. That is kind of an odd situation. That's Veronica Rose says, I did that, but it wasn't a big deal, bruh. That is not a good defense, says Veronica. Yes, in court, that would not be sufficient to keep you from getting in trouble. But, yeah, basically the only argument he has is that, like, there's something weird possibly happening with the rabbits. Okay, everything else you know you have fessed up to.
You're doing the thing. You said. You're doing the thing. You're extorting her. You are blackmail. You're using this information in retaliation. You're doing it. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean,
It's
if you're in a relationship and live together, that's your kids. Like both,
Kind of, right?
Both parts are equally.
Yeah, the
Like
pet
I don't
ownership's so important.
understand how you can shift the blame from that. And also, this woman was harassed from inside the house and outside by all her fucking
Yeah,
stalkers.
I feel bad for her. This is
Like she's
crazy.
under a fucking immense attack. That's crazy.
She just
By
wants to-
you.
She
Yeah,
needs to
love's
teach
right.
the rabbits to fight.
And also, it's a big
Have an
difference
army of
between.
rabbits protect her.
Yeah, that's nuts. Welcome.
I will bluntly say this, and I'm very honest.
Don't be blunt.
I was, and I
What's
still
he
am,
gonna
but I
say?
very much was someone that was massively obsessed with streaming and
No
viewership.
shit.
And when my cancellation happened, and even before it, I mean, it's something you guys know. I've been massively obsessed with streaming and viewership over the years, and it's disgusting and it has ruined my fucking life.
Jesus,
it is
bro. Relax.
something that I am envious of others. I am angry at others because of it. It makes me jealous when I see others doing well, and it has made me realize.
I mean, okay, this is some pretty radical honesty here.
This is some good inflection, self-reflection, looking inwards. I guess is the only time we've seen him like fess up to any particular thing. Okay, that doesn't excuse anything. You having personality flaws and harassing or abusing your significant other. I don't know if that's a good excuse. If you knew you had these issues, you should have gone to seek some form of therapy or help earlier than allowing multiple women to go through the same thing.
Work on that though. Like,
This is the first time in this whole thing that it like even a hint of like, here's some of the problems with me.
Yeah, I mean, if he said that in like the context of a good apology, it would be
sure, right, exactly.
But I mean,
But yeah, Love's right.
That I am.
Love didn't say anything, mate.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm never happy for someone else if they're doing much better than me. You guys know this is true if you watch my old stream. I've always been this way. I've been very envious of other people. It's a serious problem that I am still working on to this day. Did you really drive 150 miles an hour? I'm going to say this very clear. If you know me in Austin, Texas, I drive fast everywhere.
Good God, dude.
Dude, it's so crazy.
I want to make.
With the worst answer then.
I want to make this very clear. I endanger everybody I know.
All the time.
It's not just her.
Dude, can you
Do not
believe
get in
that
a car with
response?
Mizkif. Jesus Christ.
That is his
Yeah, go to
defense.
LA.
That is his defense for driving 150 miles an hour, scaring his girlfriend that he's going to take both of their lives in a fatal car crash in their race car, in his Audi or whatever. And it's like, oh, the excuse is, listen, guys, I drive like this everywhere I go. Well, first off, that is not something that is not safe in general. Two, you're just admitted that you were putting you and your significant other at the time in trouble. And then, like, again, like, that is that's not generally a good thing at all. It's illegal to go over 100 anywhere. I don't know. Why else is Reese? Yeah, just dumb. Just flat out like. So you're just readily admitting that you break the law like all the time? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting strategy. Interesting strat. Okay.
Oh fuck.
He should lose his license. I don't want this guy on the road.
Good God.
That was awesome.
He went
that
on-
was
he really
awesome.
tried.
Hold on, I want to watch that again.
He went off script again.
50 miles an hour. I'm going to say this very clear. If you know,
He goes, I'm gonna say this very clearly. You expect me to be like,
Yeah.
I would never do that.
I am a
I am a
very safe
responsible driver. All accusations are wrong. Here comes Mizkif off the plan.
me.
That's
in
highly
Austin,
dangerous
Texas,
to be admitting
I
to
drive fast
driving that
everywhere.
fast as Reese. Oh, absolutely.
I drive fast literally everywhere. I'm in
Bro
an Audi
thought he
R8 in
could.
Austin, Texas, where the
Yeah, we know. You're in the Audi,
R8,
you're in the Audi R8. Great. Awesome. You know what would improve your life a lot more than the Audi R8? A fucking armed security guard to protect. So you guys could sleep peacefully at night and not worry about being murdered by stalkers. Jesus Christ. But instead, you got to get worried about being murdered by you. In your
He's just digging himself a bigger hole than he anticipated, said Skylar. I guess my problem is that I don't know what he. You said that I don't know what he anticipated is the problem. Like, where's he expect? It's the age old thing that I always say, that they always tell you. PR people, lawyers will always tell you when you're being accused of something. What is the thing you're supposed to do when you're accused or you have multiple accusations against you? You don't say anything. Don't say anything. You stay quiet. But the problem is so often these streamers or content creators, they feel as though they have to go online and defend themselves. And it's like, you don't have to do that. I mean, the problem is that these people don't have PR companies or they don't listen to their PR companies. And 100% of the time, your PR company is going to tell you, don't say anything. Don't talk about it. I don't know. That's what I always think of. Like, you didn't help your case. Confirming details of your opponent is not the one up you think it is. Veronica.
Audi R8.
It's giving. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did.
Some of you are. It is. Yeah.
You're gonna cuck me. The freeways are open. I drive fast. I don't even remember what situation she was talking about.
By the way, he's not even like. I've never gone that fast.
That's how often I drive fast that I don't even know I can't even think of the moment she's talking about. That's how often I drive fast is what he's saying. That's how often I do it.
So many times.
I've never driven 150 miles.
Yeah, just I don't know which time.
Which is
she's
like an
referring to.
automatic license lose felony.
Yeah.
Extremely
yeah, we're talking about
dangerous.
150?
That is extremely fucking dangerous.
Outrageous.
He's like 150 threatening to kill both of us. You have to be more specific.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah,
night
sorry.
is just
Have
like
Sweetheart, let me be very clear. That's called Tuesday.
every
Right.
night of his life is just like the Stan music video. He's just fucking.
Yeah, it's just like the guy universally lives in Fast and Furious. He's going that fast every single night. It's like, oh, he's got to run to the store to get a 6-pack of beer or a pack of batteries. I got to go 120 miles an hour.
Driving insane with his girlfriend in the car.
That was awesome.
I mean, we were in cars with each other all the time. I broke up with her. In fact, I broke up with her twice. The first time I broke up with her, I really thought it was over. And the second time I broke up with her was forever. I did message her a lot afterwards, primarily for OTK stuff, but there were times where I did want to go back to her. I'm not going to pretend I didn't. I was drunk. I thought I needed to. Okay. All right. That's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching.
All right, thanks for listening, guys. I think I pretty much cleared my name.
Wow.
All right, y'all. Well, that was the situation going on with Emiru. I mean, what an insane last couple of weeks for Emiru, huh? Having to deal with all of the TwitchCon stuff and then immediately going right into the Mizkif stuff. It has been like, goodness gracious, what a horrendous... And then her having to go over the last year anyways, getting over the relationship. Like, right? Just an absolutely insane year plus for her, huh?
Well, well. Looks like you've reached the end, haven't you? You imbeciles. On Enter ChazmaN, you'll witness gaming brilliance beyond your comprehension. ChazmaN Live brings the drama. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. EST. Longplays delivers full journeys, uncut and unspoiled. Join the Patreon, Discord, Instagram, and TikTok below, if you can manage it. Still not following Enter ChazmaN? Then mediocrity clearly suits you.